Gene's been so calm and collected. You're not getting to him. Gene can keep his composure.
6 feet! 6 feet! What the fuck? Curvature is the answer.
Gene can keep his composure.
I don't know how to use the internet. Help! I don't even know how much the earth curves. Help! Curvature! Curvature! What the fuck? 6 feet is the answer.
So calm and collected. You're not getting to him.
What the fuck? The calculators are broken, bro.
I want you to understand my MO, my stance, my position. I'm a bigot. I'm anti-Semite. I am manipulated trash.
Curvature!
Grown men. Woo.
Ho ho! Welcome, welcome. What is going on? Oh, I need to change this background. Hold up. What's this? Nice. 100 on your test?
Yeah, 100.
Why are you still awake?
Because I came down to get a book because I couldn't find
Okay.
the library book.
Get to bed. Bye.
Bye.
All right. What's up, Hasselblad? I don't know why these kids refuse to go to bed. You guys got me good. Looks like the levels are good. Now you want a 1v1. Easy, Josh. So Chardock. Yes, I'm doing it on YouTube. Did I not mention that? So I think it best if you want to create like a Skype and send the link out. This way you have mute control. So what's up, everybody? So we're doing a 1v1 versus DJ Daiko. I just confirmed he is actually showing up, apparently. So I just got to get him the link and we'll get this thing going. Yeah, beer goggles. I got my Globe Vision here. Globe Vision. It's backwards, but it's Globe Vision. We got the Jiggly Eyes. That's going to make an appearance in a video soon. What's up, IC Spin? All right. Let me hit up a Chardock. See. There's no way this is going to be a normal conversation. I think it will be. Sorry, coordinating here. Had a last minute delay, so we're working on getting these Skype links up. What's up, Lap Bars? I don't fucking know, or something. I'm still live in case DJ can't figure out how to join. What do you mean you're live? Where are you? Oh, on TikTok? Oh, okay. Yeah, that was my bad. I should have clarified it was YouTube. You want to leave that running there? I figured we'd hop on a Skype here and you could do it over here. Maybe I was not clear. If you can't do it here, that's cool. I'll just do one-on-one with him with no moderator. I just figure he might run away if there's no moderator. So in the meantime, we got members piling up over here. If you want to make this list on my permanent background, still a few slots open. I'm fisting the first 25 members. I got first super chat Valentin up there now. Now that's my bad, Chardock. I don't think I actually mentioned if it was YouTube or TikTok to you or not. You definitely need some pre-prep. In my defense, I did message you at like 2 p.m. and then 4 p.m. But that's no biggie. With or without lube. Yeah, so I updated the slides, but I left the fisting in there because I think it just needs to stay there now. So let's maybe I'll switch backgrounds here. Let's put up the bait background. Let's see what we got. Screenshots. I got too much shit everywhere. Screenshots, downloads, pictures. All right, let's do that. There we go. Yeah, it's a must now. The fisting has to stay. All right, hit the likes, hit the shares. So in the meantime, yeah, so the members, still a few members, you can get up on that list if you want. Otherwise, just still join because, shit, it's the cost of a cup of coffee. If this entertainment isn't worth a cup of coffee to you, I'm a failure. I mean, maybe I'm a failure anyway, but I think it's worth it. Oh, thank you. Josh popping his super chat cherry, $1.99. Said absolutely nothing. Thank you. Next time, enter some words in there. Am I really debating this Moron? Yes. And we're on YouTube. You don't have to say Mo and then Ron. You can actually just say moron. It's weird. At least that's what I found. They don't flag you for that. So, what's going on? Let's see where Chardoc's at. Well, welcome to level 1. Oh, thank you for the membership, Chardoc. Appreciate it. But what I'd really love right now is a Skype link. Or I can just send you one. And I think I'd better you have it because then you can mute us. You don't have to say unalive here. Nope, you don't, Bedazzle. You can just say kill. Johnny Dopp, $4.99. Let's go Islanders. Yeah, baby. Got my new cup. Cost me $500 at the game I bought this. Like an idiot. It's a nice Yeti, though. All right, what are we doing? I see spin. $1.99. Thank you. 2 cream, 3 sugars, no lube. You would take no lube. I've heard about you. Curvature. Every time I hear my opening, I sing it for like hours. Love that damn song. Why debate flurfs? Why debate chimpanzees? Chimpanzees are flurfs. What's the difference? Josh Hudson, $5. What's a super chat? Smiley emoji. I don't know. It's like a super chatting superly. Josh again, $4.99. Can we talk about how all of the tottering bodies power the moon? Tottering? I think you mean decomposing? We can. We got him right here. Power the moon. For all you, well, actually, you guys might have seen it. I posted it over here on YouTube. This guy's on TikTok. His name's Ron. This is actually Brody from WWE, obviously, but it looks just like Ron without the muscles. And he believes corpses decompose and their gases that they emit as they're decomposing go up into the atmosphere and power the moon. Corpse gases. They power the moon. And then the sun comes around and steals the power from the moon. That's why there's a new moon, because the sun gets closer to the moon. It pulls all the energy out. And then the corpse gases recharge the moon. L camera trolling, and nope, I don't think we can do any L camera trolling. Dean Pitts, wow, look at that, $10. Yes, I know, True by Science. Here's 10 for that coffee. Thank you, sir. I can buy my coffee tomorrow now. Haven't seen you in a long time, Dean. What's been going on? You should probably do that. Reinstalling Skype would be probably useful at the moment. Where do you get a Flingo card? Just Google it. There's tons of Flingo cards. There's going to be plenty today if he shows up. Yes, I have. I just confirmed like half hour ago that he's ready, so. You still doing your thing on TikTok, Dean? I mean, the FYP doesn't show me anything you're doing if you're doing it. Damn FYP. Daiko's live on TikTok? He's not. He's such a dope. What is he doing? I don't know. Let me see if I messaged him. Let's see if he messaged me back. We can still have it though. Thought 9 Eastern. Was I off low? We can move it again. No. Hang tight. Technical issues. Link coming. Is he really live? No, I don't see him live. Let's go. What's up, Dad Bod? Patrick, $4.99. Here, all the coffee requires Italian sweet cream. I mean, that's an insult. Unless that's a metaphor. Then thank you. That was my nickname in high school. Italian sweet cream. Anyone else find it extremely odd to drink out of a straw? Or is that just my self-consciousness? Okay, cool, Chardock. Again, are you going to send me a link in Discord? Send me a link in Discord. While you're watching us live, send me a Skype link in Discord. And then I will forward that link to DJ Daiko. Yeah, it's like an adult sippy cup. I feel very baby-like in it, but it's a very good delivery system. It's very quick. I can hop over on my phone there too, onto TikTok and get them. Straws are only odd if you are too involved in hip hop. Woo! Shots fired. He's a little lying F-wad. You think he's not going to show up, Level Devil? He was very excited. He was DMing me, going back and forth. He was super excited, so I don't know. I think he wants to do it. And I hope he does. I put together like an 18-slide presentation. Don't know why. Didn't need to for this one, but I figured it was good to have anyway. Been meaning to put some thoughts together in an organized fashion lately. He's just getting so baked right now. I hope he shows up in his hat covering his eyes. He's coughing and babbling and just straight taking super rips off his bong. Holy shit. I feel like the more hits he takes, the less likely this is going to happen. Yeah, DJ Daiko. What's the problem? Man. It is unbearable to argue with these people. I have to keep reminding myself that it's for the entertainment, because it will drive you nuts. I try to put my mic. Ooh, that's better. Let me lower it a bit. I like having my mic monitor on. I like hearing myself. Is that weird? It makes me feel like I'm actually saying something. If I don't hear myself, I feel like I'm just talking into nothing. He's DMing you. Okay. That's fine. Just need a Skype link. Tradoc, or I'll do it. You know what? I'll just do it. Here. Hopefully we won't have to mute people. Let's see. Meet now. Host a meeting. All right. I'm going to hop in TikTok, and I'm going to send him this link.
Einstein once wrote,
This is going to be a shit show if he shows up. Which is the best way to have this, I think. Where'd it go? Wait a minute. What is he on? He's live on his second account, because his first account is not live. All right, I just sent him that. Let's see. Let me go to his second account. It looks like he has me blocked on his second account. It's DJ Daiko? I don't know. I see spin. Yeah. That was Chris Van Am. He definitely left thinking he won that, because later in the day I ran into him again and he was definitely bragging about his win. The dude thinks you need a right triangle to measure an angle. It took me forever to figure out what he was even trying to get at. And then finally when it clicked, it was just fucking, oh my God. So I can't get into his live. Oh, he's live on his YouTube channel, DJ Daiko. Oh, why would he be doing that? I guess he can stream it from over there, I guess, if he wants, if he knows how to do that. Okay, sent him a link there. Let me go to his YouTube then. He thinks it's supposed to be on MDD. It's not. What? No, DJ Daiko. I did say YouTube. I did not say MDD. I cannot find his YouTube. Can you link it to me? It's not coming up as DJ Daiko. putting in? DJ, am I spelling it wrong? DJ Daiko. No. Video. Channel. Daiko. DJ. Daiko. It's not coming up, man. Be funny if you had me blocked. Oh, I did send it to him in. What a shit to show. Why is everything so hard with flat earthers? I don't get it. Why is it so difficult? Dave Kircher, membership, thank you. Level 3 as well. He chose Starbucks. Much appreciated. What's the holdup? DJ Daiko apparently is getting stoned on his live right now and isn't finding the link. We're getting reports from the chat, specifically from Chardock in the chat there, that he's mostly incoherent at the moment. Oh, God. Who am I debating? Oh, that guy right there. DJ, maybe if I put it all, maybe I'm using spaces. I shouldn't be using spaces. Hold on. Is it that easy? No. No. All right, let me share my screen. Yeah, wrong screen. All right, DJ Daiko, too. I'll put spaces in there for you. Filters, channel. Am I being a Riri right now? Like, what's going on? Somebody help me. Help me find DJ Daiko. Where is he? Start knocking on doors. We need some welfare checks. You can't find it either, Dad Bod. Does he have us blocked? Let me check his TikTok. TikTok. DJ Daiko. Let me go here. YouTube, DJ Daiko 2. There's a link in his TikTok for it. I get there on here. That's weird. All right, let me go in there and harass him in here. 0 likes. What is he doing? He's got like a modern day debate rebroadcast up there. What is happening? This guy's so high. Okay. Can't leave a message on here either. He's not in there. He's just got a background up about a rebroadcast modern day debates. I don't know what he's even doing. It's literally DJ Daiko. It's at DJ Daiko 2. No spaces. And it doesn't come up for me when I search it here. It should be that. No results found. Crazy. He's live on YouTube. His YouTube is running right now as a live, as a rebroadcast of a debate. But he's nowhere to be found. Man, this is rough. I was so hopeful he was typing me. I was so hopeful he was going to show up. Oh man, found him? He's saying, where is he saying he's waiting for link? Like where are you communicating with him, Mike? Tell him it's on his TikTok messages. I messaged him the link. Did that flurf ever figure out that you can measure an angle without trying to solve for a triangle? No. As a matter of fact, as you're speaking, he just replied to one of my messages on his videos. He put up a meme about how dumb Globers were. And I wrote, funny coming from a guy who thinks you need a right triangle to measure an angle. And he just wrote back something about, he goes, explain sine and cosine and hypotenuse and opposite. As if you need sine and cosine to measure an angle. What the fuck? On TikTok, you measure. He's back on TikTok. Okay. Okay. Well, I got. This is DJ Daiko. 4 messages and the link. Like, what else could he be doing right now? There was definitely fapping type noises in the background. He ended his TikTok live. Well, that's good. That's a start, I guess. Is he going to go look at the link? Yep, just ended his live. Okay. I didn't see him live on my end unless he was on his second account, which I think I'm blocked on. I didn't reschedule him. It's 9:30. What, he's a half hour late? Why does he need to reschedule? Reschedule my ass. He's too high to debate now? Jarx is fair warning. He's not going to be the only word I can summon is coherent. It's bad. He said that you should reschedule at least a week in advance. For what? DJ Daiko 55? I've never even heard of that one. DJ Daiko 55. Why wouldn't he be on his main account? There he is. DJ Daiko 55. Oops. Okay, now he's not live anymore over here, so that's good. I think he did just want to waste my time. I don't think I've messaged him over here on that account. No, just DJ Daiko. to this YouTube link. I'm scared.
You don't want to listen because you don't want to admit the reality of the situation. You can use they, them pronouns. You can call them by their name. Very simple, very basic. You can accept these people into your society and not have to feel like you're lying to yourself or whatever thing your mental gymnastics you're doing.
I mean,
you can do
nice
that, respect them. You can respect. I've answered it, and you just don't want to listen to it. You don't want to listen. That's another one.
No, you actually didn't
acknowledge the nuance. So there are so many more people who are going to be harmed by misgendering people, and you don't want to acknowledge those harms. And
there are so many more people who are going to be harmed. Didn't I just give you a hypothetical where a lot more people were going to have their harm reduced if you called people fat, but you wouldn't do it?
Yes.
So that's just he's just restreaming an unrelated
spectrum. It's how much you're harmed. It's not are you harmed or are you not harmed.
Tell me
He's just restreaming an unrelated modern day debate right now. Is that what he's doing? All right. Well, look. I mean, that's unfortunate, but why is this so loud? Let's see. Did he? Oh. No, Skype won't download, and it costs. Right, Google Meet is free. Trying on the iPad since my phone bugged. Skype is free, and you don't have to download it. Oh my God. He did respond, though. We got a response, people. He's trying on his InPad right now, which I think is an iPad, since his phone bugged out. All right, I mean, there's life here. There's life. We have life. Here we go. I picked Skype because it's free, and you don't have to fucking download it. You don't even have to download it. Holy shit. Sorry, you surprised me. Why the hell am I hearing you out of my speakers? Hold on. No, it's me. I gotta change the Skype settings. Hold on. Speakers. Headphones. All right, that should be better. I don't know how best to do this. My video's on over here. You can't see me though, right?
Nope, just GM, just a little symbol that it does.
All right, I gotta turn.
So you can hear me on. There we go. There's the button. Maybe it's because I'm doing it in the browser. That's probably what it is.
Nah, I had to turn my video off for my feed. Unless I can change this to. Let's see, virtual camera. I think I'm breaking it. Ozbot, virtual camera. Yeah, we'll do it this way. We'll do it this way. That should work. Why is it not working now? There we go. All right. I don't know what you guys are hearing on YouTube. You got like echoes or anything?
Oh, you got the YouTube going too? Like your YouTube one too, or theirs?
Yeah, I'm over on my YouTube.
Yeah, same. I hope it's working. I'm trying. I don't know.
All good. All right. All right. can't use my backgrounds when I'm on this though.
Yeah, what the home? There goes.
Change background. You know I can. Here. Let's see. Let's do. My backgrounds. What can I put on here? Just do that. Or it's backwards.
I don't think I can do that here without the
Microphone audio adjust. How do I flip this in Skype? I don't know if there's a flip. I don't see a flip button here in Skype, so I'm gonna have a backwards background. Oh well.
Looks regular to me. I can read it, not inverted or whatever. I don't know.
It's straight to you.
Yeah. I don't know if I can do that because I'm in the browser, the little phone mode. I'm limited.
Probably not.
Oh well. Next time. Alright, just flip around and put one on here. I don't care. On this tablet.
Hundred user signs. Let me see if I'm gonna see how this works out. I'm gonna invite over the moderator into this thing. If you want one, we can just do a one-on-one here if you want.
I'm sorry?
So I got a moderator waiting in the wings. I was going to invite him in, or unless you want to just do a one-on-one.
Yeah, no matter. However you want to do it. I know. Take off this jacket. I was weighing up, and now the heater's got hot in here.
All right, we'll just do it this way. All right, so what you want to start with?
It don't matter, but I usually like to stick with the ground because that's more whatever the word is. I don't care. Wherever you want to go, it doesn't matter. See if we get the.
Is there any actual flat Earth evidence you can provide?
Well, I mean, yeah, I got a list.
Because I would like to start with you guys actually presenting evidence for flat Earth. That would be useful.
Right, which we have for years. The military, our evidence is not from us. It's from places like universities and military, and from the top physicists saying that it cannot be disproven. It's socially ignored. So in my opinion, it's a social thing. It's not really that it's like it's being provided. It's just being rejected, not because of any fallacies, but because of a social aspect, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
according to them, like Edwin Hubble.
Yes. Let me see if I can, hold on. Ooh, I don't want to do that.
Just stuff that's more like, I don't know, like we all know optical cameras don't prove curve or straight. They don't prove either. So stuff that would be more like, you know, either or, and not just kind of, well, you know, type shit.
Hold on one second, bud.
Yeah, same for me. I'm going to check this remote desktop 5 seconds.
Why do I make everything so hard?
Yep.
Like the damn, like invert your damn picture should be like right in the front. Bring additional speaker. Yeah, there's no option to flip your phone. Just brightness, soft focus. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to deal with a backwards background.
Weird. It's regular for me.
Which is even stranger.
But my hat. So maybe it's just like because my hat looks backwards to me. Maybe it just does that because to me. I can't read it. It's inverted, but yours is regular to me.
Well,
so
some of
my
them-
hat probably looks regular to you. You know what I mean?
Someone in my chat just said it looks backwards.
Oh, okay. So then mine's backwards too, for me anyway, probably.
All right, whatever. So, so far, I kind of got some of that was something about the government telling us stuff.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh yeah. Yeah, so basically, the claim of flat Earth, like no one really wants to be a flat Earther because of the social thing behind it. But basically, you know, that we found out that it predates the globe all the way before the 5th century. That there's plane surveyors that far back, plane surveyors thousands of years ago in 1890, railroad engineers and all that, measuring it flat. And I've been walking railroad. That we have one out here that's discontinued. That's a walking trail for 20 miles. It's flat. You got a few. It goes, slopes up onto the bridge, flat, and then back down, and that's about it. You got foothills. I live in the Great Plains. So this is the smoking gun here in America. Is from southern Canada down here to Texas. I live in what's known as the Great Plains. 500,000 square miles is what they call the Great Plains. And there's hills, valleys, slopes, and flat plains. There is no arc, no higher points in all those states. And Kansas was measured by Arizona State University and Texas State University to be a smooth, they said flat, whatever, I don't care, a smooth slope entirely from one end to the other, not an arc.
Flatter than a pancake? The flatter than a pancake article?
Yeah, so basically the Great Plains, that's my proof. I live here. I can go outside and prove it's flat and show you over 100 miles. I live at the world's tallest hill. It's right outside, about 5 minutes. It's just below a mountain, and everything else over here is mountains.
Okay, but what if, like, for example, when they were measuring that flatter than a pancake, what state was it?
Kansas, which
Kansas,
I don't,
right.
slopes aren't flat, so that's not entirely flat either. So, yeah.
What if when they were measuring that flat, they weren't talking about curvature? What if they were talking about topography?
It's a slope. A slope can't be curved. They measured it a slope.
Can't be curved.
Yeah, like a ramp or something, or I guess a wheelchair ramp.
It's not what they were measuring.
Not an arc. I'm looking for an arc.
Yeah. Well.
There we go.
Okay. Let me pull it up for you. Okay.
I mean, the picture shows a
See this?
smooth slope from the research they drew. They had a depiction of a smooth slope.
Hold up. Wait a minute. I'm going to share my screen here. Let me know if you want to share your screen. I don't know if you can initiate it from your side. I don't know. Let me know if you want to show something or whatever.
I mean, I'll probably just flip the camera because I don't think it's working.
Okay.
But go ahead.
So here's
everything I say. Go ahead.
Here's your Kansas flatter than a pancake measurement. Arizona State University. And the Department of Geography, Southwest Texas State University. Ooh, a lot of big names here. Okay, so what were they testing? I mean, did you read this thing?
Topography, and they were testing the elevation change and things like that.
Elevation changes, yes, very good. Not curvature of Earth.
Which is an elevation change.
No, it's not.
By definition.
Zero. Impossible. Know what you're talking about. If you have a circle, every point from the center of that circle to the surface of the circle is the same distance.
Are slopes circles?
This is not a slope.
So Kansas is not a slope from one end to the other?
No.
There's a higher point in the center?
And if it was a slope, it'd be topographical. You can have elevation changes on a curve. They're independent of the curve.
Well, you can have elevation changes on a flat line too. So I mean,
well, you can.
My point is any of the states from southern Canada to Texas have a higher point in the center than the two sides. I live here in the middle in Oklahoma.
Okay.
And Oklahoma doesn't. Kansas doesn't. Does Nebraska?
So this is the chart right here that they came up with. This is elevation over distance. So they're not talking about curvature of Earth. They're talking about elevation, which would be the difference from sea level to some height above sea level.
But don't you account for the curve when you're matting elevation?
No.
Why not?
Because mean sea level is mean sea level. That follows the curvature of Earth. Mean sea level is the same height above, from the center of Earth all the way around the circle or the sphere. That's not taking.
Yeah,
that's nothing to do with elevation.
Sea level, the curve of the Earth, and also a straight line parallel to the horizon.
It's not a straight line parallel to the horizon. That's you're starting with a false assumption, I think, which is confusing you.
That's the
Earth is not straight. Earth is not perfectly horizontal.
That's not
right.
I mean, of course, there's elevation change on top of it, but I'm trying to find how we're not mistaking elevation change for the curve. I'm still trying to find that higher point in the center of Kansas, and not a slope.
So let's start.
Like they said at ASU, they have an actual depiction of it. I can show you.
Let's start with some basic understanding. See if we're on the same page here. Flat can be considered horizontal. Are you on that? Are you on the flat is horizontal team?
Yeah, it's the antonym is vertical.
You're on Fred's team.
I'm on my own side because I looked it up, and the first antonym is vertical.
Okay.
And Google says slopes aren't flat, and vertical plumb's not flat. ChatGPT says it's not flat.
Okay, but
and so does science in the textbook definition.
Okay.
So when you have that saying it's a horizontal line and the curve of the Earth, something's not right. That's an oxymoron.
Well, it's not an oxymoron. It depends.
Yes, it is.
It depends on context.
Hold on. A straight line.
Hold on. It depends on context. If I were to say this sentence to you, would you understand what I was saying? Now tell me if you understand what I'm saying. My flat screen TV is laying flat on the ground. I took it off the wall and I laid it down flat on the ground. Would you understand that sentence?
Flat screen TV.
I took it off the wall.
You laid it flat on the ground.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why we say flat on the ground, but yeah.
So the flat screen part is referring to the surface of the TV itself. The surface contours
that's somebody's opinion.
But no, that's not an opinion. You understood the words I said, right? It was English. You understood the English I said, right? This is the context of the sentence.
Right, but you just said that a circle, an arc, is also a straight line, and you're denying that the first antonym of flat is vertical.
I didn't deny that the first antonym is vertical. It may very well be, but there's other antonyms.
Okay, then so how are we going to say it's the same thing?
Because it depends on context. Like I just said, I used flat 2 different ways in that sentence I just gave you.
Right, and I'm telling you one of them's wrong.
So
it's parallel with the horizon, and the antonym, that's the synonym. All the synonyms are level, flat, parallel, plane, horizontal. And then if the antonyms are vertical, plumb, and everything similar to that, then I'm not understanding what you're saying. No, sir.
Because there's different meanings to words when you use them differently. That's why a flat screen TV is called a flat screen TV, because in that context, they're referring to the surface of the screen itself.
That's because they don't know about vertical plumb.
So you think they're completely misusing the word flat when they came up with the word flat screen TV?
Yes, sir.
And you guys are right. They are wrong?
Yeah, I'll stand on that.
You're going to stand on that? So why in my screen here, can you read my screen here? I asked ChatGPT, well, this is Gemini. I asked Gemini, is flat a synonym for smooth? And it said yes. It can be considered a synonym for smooth, as both words describe a surface that is level and without irregularities or bumps, meaning they can be used interchangeably in many contexts. Explanation: flat refers to the surface that is completely level with no raised or depressed areas. Smooth describes a surface free of roughness or unevenness. So you're telling me ChatGPT is right in your way, but wrong in mine. Now keep in mind my way.
Look, you can't say look here, real quick. You can't say that this straight line goes all the way here. That's level is an arc. That's 2 different things. This is an arc. Kansas is not arced. 2 different things. That's delusion. Yes, sir.
I didn't say that. We're trying to define the word level here first.
Yes, and I'm telling you,
flat
horizontally. Yeah. Not vertical plumb. It's not an arc. It's not a slope.
So you're disagreeing.
You said flat could be the curve of the Earth. You said level could be the curve of the Earth.
Okay.
So flat is curved. You just said it wasn't, and then you said it was. A flat screen TV is not curved.
You're right. But the surface is still flat. If you rub your hand against it,
so
it's
then
flat.
How do we
It's
have
smooth.
flats and planes on the curve of the Earth?
Because flat does not mean level. The Earth has topography, right?
Right.
Right.
Of course, we're measuring the topography, not the actual curve of the Earth. Right.
Exactly. That's why your Kansas article is incorrect for your. That's why you can't use that Kansas article as proof the Earth is flat. It was measuring topography, not the curve of the Earth.
Why not? That would be perfectly for that because there would be a higher topography in the center.
Because just measuring
the ground would actually go up and make the topography higher in the center.
It would. No, it wouldn't.
It doesn't.
No, it wouldn't.
That's my point.
If you take a circle.
You agree with me?
If you take a circle and measure 1 inch from that circle up from the circle's surface, that's topography. The circle itself is the curvature of the circle. But you can draw a 1 inch gap above that circle all the way around the circle and make another circle. Those are called congruent circles. That other circle is the same distance away from the surface of the first circle. Has nothing to do with the curvature of the first circle. It's topography. It's the elevation above the surface of the circle. They're two separate phenomena. And the article of Kansas says it itself. It's measuring the topography of the ground, not the Earth's curvature.
But you agree that topography would change with the curvature, right? There would be a higher point in the center.
100% not. No. I do not agree with that.
Why would there not be a higher point in the center? On the water and the lakes that they have in Kansas too.
All right, here.
That's your whole argument.
Yeah, your whole argument so far is based on your confusion over relative
my whole
distances.
Argument is that you guys claim that everything's the equal arc of a circle underneath the topography that changes. So I'm trying to find that.
Yeah.
If it's an entire slope topography-wise, the ground beneath is not arcing up, and the topography nowhere in the Great Plains for 500,000 square miles is reflecting that. ChatGPT said, well, okay, if it's only hills, valleys, slopes, and plains, and there's no arc, and that's all you're getting is constant elevation change like this. You can't have two hills without a holler. Famous saying out here. Yeah. If it's foothills, then where's the curve? I think I'm mistaking the hilltops for the curve.
Okay.
We got hundreds of miles of land in Texas, and you're supposed to curve every 3 miles.
Okay. You see this line at the bottom of my screen here?
No, I don't.
This one here?
I don't know if it shows me all that. Let's pull up the YouTube here. I apologize. I think it's showing something else on YouTube, but then it is on a stupid browser. YouTube. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna download Skype for sure after this, just to get.
Yeah, it's free. It works. Yeah.
Used to it cost. Okay, that's cool. It's free now. All right.
I've had a lot of problems with Google Meet.
Man, I was gonna troll with Google Meet because they have this 3D background and it looks like I'm on the boat going somewhere. But I don't know.
Oh, that's nice. This one has backgrounds if you go into the background setting.
Yeah, they're cooler than TikToks right now. But yeah, I see it.
Okay, so if this was the surface of Earth, it's curving. Now.
Guys, in and out. Like this isn't outside, by the way. But go ahead.
Right. Well, I'm just trying to explain the concept to you. So these look like two.
I've seen this a year ago.
These look like two parallel lines to you, right? They look like two.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They're not. They're two circles, the size of the Earth. Okay, but when you're very, very close to them, they look like parallel lines. That's why the Earth looks flat when you're very close to it. But that's not even the point.
For 500,000 square miles.
Well, that's not even the point of what I'm trying. I'm trying to show you the definition,
2,000 miles.
right? So this second line, look, this second curve above it is at the same distance away everywhere along this circle. Whatever the distance this is, it's the same distance
everywhere. Yeah, but when
everywhere.
straight lines beyond the circle, when you zoom out, then what do you do?
What?
When you zoom out in real life and you don't see that arc, it just continues to be a straight line.
But it doesn't.
Then what?
It doesn't.
Dude, I live in the Great Plains. It most certainly does. It's about 1,000 to 2,000 miles east to west.
Not if you go up. If you go up in altitude, you can easily see what you're asking to see. This what I'm showing you right here is exactly why it looks flat to you
so
in the
what
planes.
altitude? Francis says 0. You're saying we have to go up in altitude to see the curve?
With your naked eye, yeah.
Well, Francis says you see it at 0 with the naked eye.
Who, Francis?
Other-
On
other-
TikTok, Francis?
The Glober Francis, the guy with a physics degree, whatever. I don't care. I'm just saying.
Neil
hard mode.
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
0. Others say you can't see it at 500,000 feet, so I'm trying to find out what the altitude is.
Nobody says
You thought
that.
up front.
Nobody says that. So look, if this was Kansas, if this bottom line was Kansas, they're measuring how far this is above this. So if there's bumps and hills here, valleys and whatever, they're measuring the elevation from this line up to see how high or low the land goes. They never, doesn't take, this always stays straight here. This curvature is always constant. It has nothing to do with the topography above this line. If I drew mountains, right? If I drew,
I just don't see how we're getting an entire slope instead of an arc.
it's not a slope. It's not. Look, if this was the ground, right? You saw that this line's curving, right? If I drew,
When you zoomed it out, I mean, yeah, on the program, yeah, but
It's curved line.
500,000 square miles. You're not thinking the hills curve and go back down.
Yeah.
You're just assuming that there's this arc, but you can't prove it outside. That's what I'm
look,
getting at.
if I drew a slope here that went up this way, and we called that the sloping ground,
Yeah, you
that
can
would
go out and
slope.
Zoom out, and we can see what it looks like, and I can show you that that's most certainly what's not depicted on Kansas on any globe map.
What?
You know, when you zoom out and you try to put a slope of Kansas, it just doesn't. No, come on. All the globes show Kansas part of the equal arc. All the globes, every single one of them.
Globes,
So
you can't put a
ASU's got a
slope.
slope.
You're telling me you can't put a slope on a globe.
Nope, you cannot put a
So
slope
the
on
side of a
globe.
mount, the side of a mountain's a slope, right?
It's a arc. It goes over and then back down. I'm
And
talking
a
about
slope?
a straight edge slope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
I'm
I don't
talking
know what
about,
you're saying.
Like that the land slope, it connects to the state to the east. You know what I mean? It's not like there's this thing here, top of the slope of Kansas, then it just boom down and then goes with the curve of the earth. Like, you know, you're still on land. You don't go off like Dukes of Hazzard on the top of the slope of Kansas. I mean, you know what I mean? That's my point.
Yeah, the land goes
It
into
would
the
be
land
straight-
next to
the
it.
top of it would be like on your line. It would be up here. It would be up here like this. You would have this gap from the state to the east, to Missouri. So that's, I don't know. And then curves down, right? I don't know. Right?
Wow.
Am I making
Okay.
sense?
The land just melds into the other land. Like the land goes into the other land in the other state. Like it's all one land. It goes up and down, and the hills and valleys is irrelevant of the curvature underneath.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
yeah, exactly.
That's what's being, like I've had in the last 5 months, 5 to 10 Globers tell me they were mistaking the trees for the curve. I mean, the hills and the mountains for curve, like the Rockies. Since it's kind of huge, I could see where they mistake going over the Rockies for the curve. But like you said, it's not the curve. So where's the? I'm trying to find out where that is.
Well, let's go through some of it.
Yes, sir.
Here's the first picture from a V2 rocket in space, 1946. It was taken with a 35 millimeter camera, a DeVry 35 millimeter video camera, actually, a movie camera. It was shooting one frame every 1.5 seconds. Rocket reached 65 miles.
So 65 miles, right on.
Yep. Here is the picture from that.
Of course, chroma existed before the 30s. There's no stars, and it's blurry. First off, 65 miles? Well, I mean, Space Tours only go 62 miles, so that's kind of odd. But anyway, that's not much higher. The Go Fast rocket hit the dome at 73 miles, so we're still not higher than the alleged height of the firmament, but continue.
Well, you just said the Go Fast hit it lower than this, and then
No,
you said it.
You said 65 miles, correct?
Yeah.
I said 73.
So the Go Fast rocket hit the firmament at 73 miles?
Yeah,
Okay.
they claim that. I don't know.
No,
They hit
you
something.
claim that. You just said
They
that.
claim that they hit they stopped instantly. At
No, they did
73
not.
miles.
Nobody claimed that.
We can pull it up. We can watch the video.
I can pull it up if you like. I'm very
Yeah,
familiar with this
everybody's
video.
seen the video. We don't need to focus on something everybody's seen.
Yeah, and everybody
Really,
knows
like,
it didn't stop
it's
and hit the
really-
firmament. Okay, anyway, here's the curvature of the Earth taken by the Germans in 1946. Okay? No explanation for that, by the way. So let's go through here.
Chinese spacewalk, flat horizon.
Now, would you agree? I feel like I'm missing a slide here. All right. Would you agree that, well, this is your meme here. I took this off your page. So you're saying this is this represents a flat Earth here, right?
That picture?
Yep.
Oh, hang on. It's just going to switch to the meme. Give it a second. Oh, wait, back to it. There it goes. Oh, you're switching around. There we go. So, I mean, that's your math on the bottom left of our meme. And, yeah, it's no curve in 3 miles. All the plane shows no curve. None of the pictures on the left show a curve. I mean, I don't know. You got you got the altimeter pointed up. That's a military pilot will tell you that. You got the plane nosed up. That's the only reason you have that. They tell you that even at 500,000 feet, the largest NASA photo, they said there was no curvature. There's no unedited picture from them, but they still say they didn't see curvature at 500,000 feet. So all the military pilots that's come out and said that people doing that, they're pointing the plane up slightly to get the thing above the horizon and getting a pic real quick, like Barron does with the outer light. And so basically, that's if you point at eye level and you just go with a helicopter with the same equipment straight up, it's always eye level, and they can hover there for the record's 50 hours, and the Earth doesn't rotate beneath them. 50 hours.
How do you know it's at eye level?
Because that it's measured that way. That's how we put the artificial.
That's why I was showing you this picture. So there's nothing telling you.
Again, no stars.
There's nothing telling you in this picture that you're at eye level here, or not, because there's no way to measure that you're looking horizontally. It's just a camera stick pointing in some random direction.
Lens. All I see is a convex lens, like Neil deGrasse Tyson said.
What?
You're not seeing that shit at 100,000 feet. Come on, guys. He said it.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I mean, I see in this photo, the one with the green and it looks like twilight. I see a convex, like wide-angle lens. And
this one?
With no motion to show it go like this, just like Neil deGrasse Tyson said. Neil deGrasse Tyson said 100,000 feet, look, you're not seeing the curve. It's wide-angle lens.
Yeah, I don't really care. I don't care what you think Neil deGrasse Tyson said. I'm showing.
I got the video right here. We can watch it.
It doesn't matter what he said.
NASA at 500,000 feet, no curvature.
It doesn't matter what he said. You're taking it out of context. He meant looking straight down.
Visually, I'm out of context.
Okay.
So visually, optically, you can't prove it.
So DJ, these pictures on the left.
Photos aren't proof. Einstein said that.
These pictures on the left are measurements. See the crosshairs? These are apps. These are apps that you can get. You can get on your own phone. It's not up. See the 0 on the left here? See this 0? I keep pointing at the wrong screen. See this 0?
On your phone, I can adjust that.
See this 0? These are horizontal to your eye.
So it's an app on the phone. It's not the actual equipment in the aircraft.
No, this is an app on the phone. This is a person taking a measurement.
Well, I mean, all the 5,000 military pilots in one Facebook group will have to disagree with that.
5,000 military pilots?
Yeah, I mean pilots in general, but most of them military and
5,000 military pilots say what? They say the Earth is flat?
Group alone, and that's the follower count, yeah. It's like a Facebook group, Flat Earth Pilots.
Okay. So this is from a pilot. I can play the video if you like. This is
go right ahead.
This is curvature.
We'll go watch it do this and everything.
Let's watch it.
It's like when y'all for 5 minutes, y'all said, it's the curve, but it would do this and it would then back up. And finally, y'all needed it.
This one's pretty short.
Now they're recycling it again.
He's flying level. This was a pretty short video. He's looking up and down. He's going to show you the artificial horizon here. But look at the HUD, the heads-up display.
It moves. You see it going like that, brother.
See what? Going like what? Going. This is a fisheye lens.
Hang on. Yeah. Hang on. Wasn't it doing this?
Watch. It's not concave right now, is it? If it was a fisheye, it would be going concave right now, and it would be all warping.
Why? It's not going up and down.
And then it would be flattening.
There it goes. Right there.
Right where? Right where? Where am I writing where? I'll stop it. You tell me. Where is it warping?
Right there. Right as it starts to go up. Come on, it slightly does it.
DJ, I need you to be honest here with us.
I need you to be honest with what this photo is.
This is a video from a HUD, from a cockpit of an airplane.
Well, I got one that shows
Okay.
an entirely flat horizon the whole trip around the Earth and following the sun beneath it.
Where?
So what's this proof?
Where?
On Rumble. Let's go. Let's pull it up there. I have
This
to show it on this.
this green line here, this green line is the eye level of the pilot. This is horizon drop.
This is a rigged photo. This look. It's a photo in front of what looks like. You know what I mean? Come on, simulator.
You see this? This green line is the HUD horizon. It's the eye level of the pilot. The horizon drops with altitude.
The horizon drops with altitude, but Neil deGrasse Tyson says you can't see it drop. You're trying to show something that you can see it. Einstein said optical experiments don't prove curvature, so I'm still not convinced.
You're not convinced by the. You're not okay.
Seconds.
Okay, so let's see what else we got. So
I mean, I'm just quoting physicists here that's done this way back before we were even alive.
Let's point out that curvature shown in that video I just showed you matches Walter Bisselin's model that tells you what it should look like from that height. And I've overlapped the two here to show you they're overlapping.
I go back. I was trying to look up the.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't show it on here.
Okay. Now let's take some predictions. Let's make some predictions. Because both models would have different predictions, right? When you're making an observation. Okay. So we have a prediction here where the mountain is 65 miles away. There's a mountain 65 miles away from you. You're a 140-foot observer, and the mountain is 10,457 feet high. Now, if Earth's flat, you can simply draw a triangle and say it's 65 miles away. It's that height. You can calculate this angle here. And then you can test that angle by measuring it. That's
plane surveying, plane geometry.
Right. So when we shoot a theodolite up to the top of this mountain and measure that angle, do you think it's going to match this flat Earth prediction? Ever?
I mean, let's see. Hasselblad, Barron, Mike explain, or not Barron, I'm sorry. Mike explained and others admitted the sun matches the flat Earth observation doing the same triangular measurement from different parts on the Earth.
No, it
They
doesn't.
all kind of fumble. So I mean, yeah, I think it will.
No one's
Correctly.
ever said that, DJ.
Yeah, that was a month ago. I got it on camera. I don't care. They didn't see me in the live.
You have it on camera that Barron and everybody admitted the sun.
Not Barron. I told you. I'm sorry. I said Barron, but it was Mike Splain and a bunch of others. Hasselblad was in the room. So yeah, that kind of matches the flag. We're not going to talk about that. Yeah, better not. And then that was it.
Well, I'd love to see what you're talking about. I'd love to see what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, I can go back to which YouTube stream it was on, but I'd hate to go through 4 hours each stream to try to find the clip. But
So
I'd like to stay on topic. Sorry.
So the flat Earth,
but I have witnesses.
The flat Earth predicts 1 degree, 43 minutes, 18 seconds of angle there. The globe predicts 1 degree, 18 minutes, 27 seconds. Which makes sense because the globe is falling away from you as it gets further away, so the angle would be smaller.
So it's falling away from you. Why are the furthest peaks, like they get to the middle and then they get the furthest ones are at the highest of the picture in the long range line of sight photography? They should be behind the nearest mountains due to the curve of the Earth.
It depends on how tall they are. If they're taller than the closer ones, they're still going to be taller.
I don't think it matters because I'm coming out at this angle instead of this angle, and I'm obstructed by this. So if I'm over here, I don't think it matters the height of that mountain.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Maybe the ones halfway closer, but the ones furthest out should not be at the top of the screen. The sky and the ground, they merge to the center. Everything in the sides emerges to the center.
Can you show me like the math on that prediction you just made? Because that sounds like a prediction. That would be an awesome prediction. You just said.
Which part? I said the horizon and the thing before that.
You said if you had a mountain behind another mountain on a globe, it wouldn't be above the closer mountain, right?
No, it's the world record, Guinness World Record for line of sight thermal lens photography, where it shows the closest mountain peaks are at the bottom of the screen, and everything it ramps up. There's mountain peaks at the middle of the screen, and then at the top of the screen, the furthest ones.
Wouldn't that depend on the height of all those mountains? Wouldn't that depend on the height?
No, sir, because of the curve of the Earth, it wouldn't matter. They'd be at a different angle. They wouldn't be pointing above this angle. They'd be over here, so it wouldn't matter. No.
What do you mean over there?
Only these, because they're so close. The ones in the middle, I could see maybe something, but the ones here at this angle off the globe, it wouldn't matter. No.
So that
And
world.
that's 250 miles.
So that was 275. So that world record photograph was 275 miles.
Which ChatGPT said that photograph violates the globe. Yeah.
Right. So
not source, but yeah.
So how much, you say it should be angled off like crazy. So how much angle should the mountain furthest away, the 275, how much angle should that be tilting away from you? Right. This is your prediction.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Well, you've already said the picture's impossible because the things would be tilting all over the place.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's how a globe works. The mountains are at different spots.
But wouldn't that matter how big? Wouldn't if the globe was very small versus very large, wouldn't they tilt at different rates? Wouldn't those two things show different amounts of tilt?
If it would just be scaled, then it wouldn't matter. I think it would just be like a smaller scale with the same result.
Okay. Well, the globe tilts 1 degree every 69 miles.
Right.
Okay. So you can extrapolate that out. So let's just call it 70, right? 7. So 210 miles is 3 degrees. Do you know what 3 degrees is?
So you're saying 210 miles, only 3 degrees of curvature?
Yeah, 3 degrees of curvature. You're saying you're gonna see 3 degrees of curvature?
I thought it was every 3 miles you see curvature, not every 200 miles you see 3. I thought it was kind of like.
No. So you take the circumference of Earth and you divide it by 360 degrees because that's how many degrees there are in a circle. It's 1 degree of tilt every 69 miles.
1 degree of tilt every 69 miles.
So you're not going to have mountains going like this all over the place and tilting.
Of unaccounted curvature, what's the curvature that I'm not accounting for in the 500,000 square mile of the 2,000, or actually around 1,500 of the Great Plains?
You've never measured. So the thing with that is you've never measured it. You've never measured that,
well,
so you don't know. I swear there was it cities? Or was it SimCity? No, I think it was Cities.
I can show the stuff I got screenshotted here, but it's cool.
There was a really funny cover to like SimCity that shows, I think, what flat earthers think the globe should look like. Oh man, was it that or was it SimCity?
No.
Oh, it was SimCity. Oh, it's not as drastic as I remember it being. I thought I remember seeing it like on a globe more than this, but maybe that was all that it was. The globe is not small. You're not going to see buildings tilting away like this or mountains.
Well, that's my point. It's not small, so we wouldn't see the curve at 100,000 feet like Neil deGrasse Tyson said.
Yes, you would. How do you know? Have you done the math or modeled it?
Because the highest altitude photograph, they didn't see curvature. In the high altitude NASA plane, I have the quotes.
What quote is that? We have to look that up.
Let me go dig around, but I have what plane was it? Well, anyway, I found the Universal logo going over the curve, by the way. I just thought I would put that there for funny.
I like
to get
that.
People to laugh. But,
are those crepuscular?
I found but anyway, yeah, what was I saying? I'm sorry, the fucking thing. I'll look it up here. What was it?
Yeah, I want to see that NASA quote. I got to see this NASA quote.
Yeah, okay. Let's see if I can send it here.
So while you're looking for that, this observation I mentioned before, measuring up to this mountain peak, it confirmed the globe measurement.
Have my total station here. Have my total.
How's that? That's yeah. How's that?
How's that?
Hang on, it's loading. I gotta add. I went back to the video
station
so I
here.
can see it. So it's not showing everything.
Take a flat.
All I see is a calculator on screen.
So.
Oh, hang on. Let me hit the live button again. Let me try that. Oh, yeah, we're live. It's not behind. Yeah, prediction, laser peak. Oh, there goes the video. Hey, we got actual video this time. All right.
So the measurement was taken. I'm just kind of fast forwarding here. There's your altitudes. So first they put in 143.17. That's the angle. He just set the theodolite to that angle because that's the flat Earth prediction. from that distance and those elevations, this is where the top of the peak should be. Based on just right triangle math. And when you look through the theodolite, it's way above. It's way above.
So how do we know he's not pointing it way above?
He is pointing it way above. That's the point. He set it at one. He set it matched to the flat Earth prediction. This is what you got to do, and this is what you guys.
What's the flat Earth prediction?
This is what none of you guys do. None of you will make a prediction and then test that prediction and say, "Yep, I got it," or "I didn't get it."
It's already been done for thousands of years. What's the flat Earth prediction?
Hasn't. There's not one flat Earth prediction ever made.
But you just said you did the flat Earth prediction and said there's not one.
By a flat earther.
That's what I'm trying to get at here.
By a flat earther. So on flat Earth, this is the math right here.
So you don't know what the flat Earth is. You made an opinion on what our prediction is. And you want to explain
No. You guys have never made a prediction yourself, ever.
I just said 500,000 square miles. It's well known by everybody that lives here, and they're denying it. So go ahead and explain.
But okay, so if you're going to say that's your prediction, then
that's not. It's fact. It's science.
It's not a fact because it's not been followed up with a measurement. You have to.
The longest railroad in Australia. The fucking, I don't know, all the flats.
DJ,
flats,
you have to make a prediction. You have to make a prediction. Then you.
Make a prediction. The fact it's already measured flat. The burden.
No, where? Okay, good. So where's the measurement of it being flat?
The Great Plains, all the plains at the bottom of the ocean, the flats,
okay.
the salt flats.
That's you misunderstanding definitions. That's not a measurement of a plane. Calling something a plane doesn't mean it's flat.
500,000 square miles along the line sight range. A plane radio propagation 45,000 miles. Where would you like to start?
Any of those things, because those are your
aqueducts. You know what aqueducts are?
Those are you misusing terms. You're misusing the word flat.
Do that yourself. It's laser tested flat, mirror tested flat.
Where are the measurements? There's no measurements. Zero.
Olber's paradox proves that the sky. Let's see. The planes are flying over the sun. Countless videos. We can play one. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever you would like to start.
So your evidence.
I have nothing.
Yeah, you have nothing. The evidence that you say the abyssal plains have the word plains in it, therefore they're flat forever, is nonsense. That's not a measurement. You saying the salt flats are flat, therefore there's no curvature, is not a measurement.
It's the flat plane. It's a horizontal topographical plane.
We already went over the word flat could mean surface topography.
Does this at parts of it. That's what y'all are not understanding.
Yeah, that's why I tried to go over.
Underneath that you're claiming topographical does that just like me, but you're saying that underneath there's this arc of a circle that we can't measure, prove, or account for. Trust me, bro.
So this observation right here is proving you wrong. This observation right here is proving your claim wrong.
Railway surveyors, like what was his name, in 1890, in the Birmingham Weekly, he even said that curvature is impossible by any modern engine. There is no vertical curves. There's slight gradients, as I showed at the railroad, that they go, and that's it.
Okay, so let's take it. Let's take it slow then.
Not be able to stop the railroad.
Hold on. Let's take it slow. The flat Earth prediction here in this example is that the mountain should be at this angle, 143.18. That's the prediction. Based on right triangle math, the math is right here for you. That's the distance. That's the height.
That's your opinion. I'm telling you.
This is the distance. This is the height. That's what the angle should be. You set the theodolite to that angle, then you look through it, and it's not lining up with the mountain. That's simple. Hypothesis.
You're making a number. You're making the claim on behalf of Flat Earth. You just said it, and then saying it isn't lining up, and then saying that we don't have a prediction. So that's not viable.
It is viable.
You're making a claim on what that should be based on a Flat Earth, denying Flat Earth.
We have to make the predictions for you because you guys are not willing to do it.
I don't need to make a prediction because we don't do hypotheticals. We do reality.
This is reality. This isn't hypothetical.
That's a hypothetical.
No, it's not.
You said it was.
No, it's not. They're there. Hold on. He's there on the ground with a mountain in real life. That's not hypothetical. That's not hypothetical. No. What does hypothetical mean?
A prediction is like, I predict it might rain tomorrow about 50%, but it doesn't rain tomorrow. My prediction was wrong. It's not fact. It's a hypothetical before the thing happens.
So the distance from him to the mountain, is the distance from him to the mountain a fact?
I mean, it's a fact, the distance from him to the mountain, but
okay. Is the height of the mountain a fact?
Is it proof of curvature? No.
Okay, so it is. So based on those two things, can you calculate an angle to the top of the mountain?
Is it proof of curvature? Or
All those are
elevation
facts.
change?
I just told you all three facts.
You're assuming that it could be a fact, but it's not a deciding fact on the curve.
If the Earth was flat, what I just told you
said earlier,
should work.
It's topography. Did you not?
No, it's not. It's not
Well, now you're
topography.
denying that.
What you referenced with
Well,
the Kansas
measuring
thing was
topography,
topography because they were actually measuring elevation differences. This is
Yeah, but
measuring.
you're measuring from the ground to the nearest mountain. You're not proving the mountains behind that, or you can get those over the curve.
We
It's
have
same
the
equipment.
observer's height and we have the mountain height.
Without going to CGI.
Here, simple
Well, in that
triangle.
video on screen, how does he go over that?
Here's the
hill with
triangle right here.
satellite and show the mountain behind it.
There's no mountain behind it. We're not looking at mountains behind it.
Well, that's the whole argument, is that the mountains
See this-
behind it aren't obstructed by the curve of the Earth.
See this?
But they show up either way, and to get a 275 line of sight photograph.
Okay.
And you're supposed to prove that.
Do you see this triangle I drew here? Or I have here on the screen? Do you see this triangle?
I mean, outside, like a video, back to where we was, we're back to the triangle drawings.
Do you see the triangle? This is the same observation. This is the triangle. This is the guy standing here, and he's looking at the mountain here.
At the mountain, yeah. But
Yeah.
your argument earlier was that the mountains behind it,
No.
regardless of all the angles I provided, still show up to make a 275 line of sight.
What
On the
mountain
curve
is
of the Earth.
behind anything? I didn't say mountain's behind anything. He's looking at the mountain.
I'm trying to redirect back to what the argument was. that
You're
the mountains
trying to
behind this
obfuscate.
mountain- The mountains behind this mountain aren't obstructed by the curve that way. The height's too tall that you can still get a 270 line of sight.
And
Even
you
though you're
and you
showing me
can't
that-
verify anything you said with any kind of math at all. You're just making up things based on your feelings.
Because I go outside, the math is zero.
Those
Zero
are your
curve,
feelings.
zero gravity.
Those are your feelings.
Anyway, if you're going to show me a mountain on that theodolite behind this one, then you got it. You got a W. It's that simple.
So you want to avoid what I'm showing you here completely.
Yeah, because you're avoiding what you just brought up earlier. You're avoiding the claim you made.
I'm not avoiding
That the
anything.
curve doesn't obstruct the further distance, and that you
I-
can get
yeah.
that line of sight on the globe. And I'm trying to.
I
find
love when
proof
people
of it
say it. So
outside.
here, Pyrenees line record. Here, let's pull it up. I think it was Pyrenees, right? Distance record.
I want to mute. I don't want to get canceled. Safety mute in 5 seconds.
Was it the Pyrenees? No, what the hell was it? Photo. I thought it was the Pyrenees. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Here we go. All right. So what you're trying to tell me is you're here looking at this picture, which is the world record line of sight, and these mountains should be angled all over the place, and they shouldn't be behind other mountains or something. Explain yourself here.
This. All right. Hang on a second.
This is the world record line of sight that you brought up earlier.
Yeah, and there's similar photos. So basically, what happens on a lot of these photos, as you can see, everything merges up. The water is at the middle of the screen, is it not? And the mountains are up towards the top of the screen out in the distance.
Yep.
That violates the globe model because
No,
they're
it
supposed
doesn't.
to be down below the Earth. And it violates refraction too because it's going too high up.
There.
And it's like it should refract up to make it look flat and eye level to give us the illusion of a flat horizon. Instead, it's going above that and going high up towards the top of the screen. So if we could see further than that, they would be even higher up. And that's an optical illusion. Einstein said the same thing.
If you were to measure this, you'd see it's not going higher. In
That's
fact,
my point. It's an optical illusion. It's not going down either.
it is going down.
It
In
doesn't
fact,
prove it.
that's what I was
In fact,
just
it's
showing
not.
you.
500,000 square miles.
So you have a measurement. So show me a measurement of the horizon rising to your eye.
500,000, the highest
Yeah.
altitude photograph.
Sure. That has the
Okay,
horizon
weather
rising to your
balloons,
eye.
We can watch a weather balloon do it at 500,000 feet, 100,000 feet, 250,000 feet.
And they measured horizontal from the camera.
I don't know what math, like, why do we have to calculate? You can see a straight line or you see a curve.
We're not
No
talking
math
about
involved
straight
in that.
lines or
That's what
curve.
y'all don't understand.
We're talking about horizon drop right now. We're not talking about straight lines or
Yeah,
curve.
exactly. You don't need to get a calculator to see
Oh, you sure do.
going down, 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 down as you're going up, right? That's
So
the thing.
if I had a camera and I was pointing it at the horizon, DJ.
And you went straight up in a helicopter, yeah, it wouldn't move.
Hold on. If I was pointing a camera at the horizon and trying to see if that horizon was lower than my eye level or not, wouldn't I need to have make sure that camera is level with my eyes? not pointing down a quarter of a degree or pointing up.
The horizon's huge.
Hold on. Just answer the question, yes or no. Camera, if this is
Well, I mean, like from here to here, no.
if this is a camera, it needs to be square and level with my eyes at a 90 degree to the earth and pointing straight out 90 degrees.
Yeah, that's fine. Still,
that's fine, right? So how do you know that's happening in your balloon footage or any of your other footage or this picture if it's not being measured?
Because I've done it on the World Tide Shield, it's the same thing.
Who? You've done what?
Because I went right here on the World Tide Shield as a kid, and here a few months ago got the same result.
You brought a theodolite up there with you and measured it?
I've been to the tallest thing in Dallas, and same thing. It's flat forever for hundreds of miles.
You just made my point. You just made my point.
Higher and they get the same results. So it's flat.
Oh, so you, okay, good, fine. So you didn't measure it, and you still think you looked out straight.
Yeah, I did. So anyway, there's no measurement involved because there's no cutting. It's zero.
How do you know you were looking straight when you went up there?
How do I know I was looking straight?
Yeah. How are you measuring the distance between your eyes and the horizon if it's like this big in the distance? How do you know if you're looking perfectly straight or down a little bit?
What do you mean down a little bit? Because they measured the flat.
Here.
Because they measured it flat. It's Texas.
So this is your...
But if it was going down, I wouldn't be able to see it that far through a telescope.
Here.
I mean, or whatever you call them, the things they you put a quarter in.
Yeah, I know I'm missing a damn slide. I knew I was missing one. Where the hell did it go?
I don't know what they're called. It's not necessarily a telescope, but it's like a gun scope or something.
You had a... Shit, where the hell did it go? Damn it. Okay, so on your page, on your TikTok page, you had the video. You know what? I'll just bring it up. I think it was this page. Yeah, this one. So this is your. So you believe this because this was on your page.
Let's go. We're deflecting now.
No, we're not deflecting. This is the same topic.
Okay. I'm sorry. I seen a chat box. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The thing on the left is the horizon dropping as you go up. The thing on the right is what would
you claim happens.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So you'd have your eye level here, which is the white line.
Einstein said that doesn't happen. Why do you do it?
Forget about Einstein. You say this white line is your eye level.
Forget about Einstein.
This is your eye level, right? That white line.
Yeah, that's the artificial horizon.
Right, that's your eye level. So as you go up, your eye level stays here, but the horizon should drop. On flat Earth, your eye level stays here, and the horizon should keep matching your eye. Now, you believe this.
Outside.
Right.
Yep.
You believe this. This is your statement about what should happen on Earth. And when I show you...
I know you're going to do the same recycled photo that from a year ago with it pointed up and the line...
This is not pointed up. This is your eye level.
Show the same thing.
This is your eye... This is exactly what you said should be happening.
Yeah, and I'll show you it does happen. But let's get your little thing... Go ahead. Do your thing.
So why does this not work? Why does this not work? Why is this? This is exactly what you just said. Eye level.
I showed you.
This isn't an app. This is an airplane. This isn't an app.
That is not an airplane.
This is a HUD. This is the HUD of a jet. Yeah, we showed you this video earlier.
It's pointed up, brother.
It's not pointed up.
So how many pilot videos do we have to play of military pilots showing you how this equipment works? My uncle built.
You have none.
Right?
You can start with.
I know how it's flat.
You can start with one, but you have none.
Okay. Comments disagree, but go ahead.
Yeah, the nose of the airplane can stick up 2 degrees. That has nothing to do with the eye level of the pilot.
That has everything to do with it.
It does.
If you're green, the nose is up 2 degrees. Thank you.
Sure. Well, you know, we can just disprove that right here if you like.
Well, I mean, you said the nose is up 2 degrees. It doesn't matter. So
but
you agree that it's up 2 degrees. That's my point.
It doesn't affect. It doesn't affect that horizon line I showed you.
It affects a straight line going like this. As you go up in a helicopter with an eye level camera, it does not do that shit.
Okay.
That's the nose tilt, buddy.
It does.
That's the nose tilt. Ask the pilot, buddy. That is the nose tilt. That's the reason. You just admitted 2 degrees. That's all. Sorry, I'm calm down.
Yeah, me saying it's tilted up 2 degrees doesn't affect the eye level of the pilot.
That's an opinion.
It's not an opinion. It's how planes work.
It doesn't affect the eye level of the pilot's equipment or me, myself, or where my eye level is, but it affects the horizon to my eye level. It's obvious. Because I'm going like, look, a straight line. And I'm going like this. The line's going to be below.
With respect to the horizon,
Especially if I zoom in on that 2 degrees.
Here you go.
the flight path is indicated by this velocity vector,
So if you'd like to
and the
see
pitch
the
attitude of the
planes
aircraft
flying
is indicated by this
above the
water
clouds,
I'm sorry. Can you
we can get to that in a minute.
can you not hear this?
line, which is also called the bore
Oh,
sail.
hang on. Oh, shit. No, hang on. Now I can.
As you can see here, the aircraft is in level flight at 43,000 feet, and that means the velocity vector is in line with the HUD horizon line because the aircraft is flying level. If the velocity vector is above the zero pitch line, the aircraft is climbing. If it is below, the aircraft is descending. And as we have seen in previous videos, the position of this HUD horizon line, which is horizontal from the eyes, in relation to the external scene, is not affected by the pitch attitude of the aircraft.
Did you hear that?
We can pitch
The HUD horizon line is not affected by the pitch of the aircraft.
the aircraft up, and we can pitch the
Yeah,
aircraft
it's a
down.
delay,
Aircraft
but I'm
has
still
a,
listening, yep.
and I had the
But,
opportunity to do that the other night.
And
However,
on
for the purpose
on top of
this,
him saying it, he demonstrates it.
you can watch it in real time,
How's he
and then
avoiding
and
the
we
idea
still
of,
have
So right
I'll get back. Hang on. I just don't understand. Oh shit! I had a rule.
so right now he's pitched down, but that HUD horizon line stayed where it was.
So here's the horizon line up. And bear with me here. And how do I like? How is I not affected when I aim it up? I don't understand.
What?
I think he's avoiding that too.
The HUD horizon line is staying level with where the
But how do
pilot's
you know?
lot eyes
How
are.
do you know it's staying at that level?
Because that's
It's
what
not
it's
him moving. You just
designed.
said he moved up 2 degrees, but it doesn't matter. It clearly matters.
That's
Why are we
what it's
avoiding that?
designed to do. He's showing you moving up and down. Now he's pointed down, and the HUD horizon is still where it was. It stays where it is.
That's a lie. It doesn't do that. It always points
was
with
the previous
with the
day.
observer.
A
It
day
wouldn't
most
say the
people who
artificial
this
horizon
video
wouldn't stay up and the nose be down.
Okay, so you know better than the pilot, even though you're yapping about
I've
nothing.
got
We got it.
pilots that say this, brother. I'm not making a claim on
You're making the
pilots
claim.
themselves. We can play the video, but you won't understand.
You're making a claim that I just disproved with an actual pilot.
Pilots are making a claim. They got documents on it. It's called the artificial horizon, parallel to the ground.
DJ, there's
They
no
them up.
flat Earth pilots. None. 0 flat Earth pilots.
That's a lie, bro. I'll play a video of 10 of them right now.
No,
And
you
you'll still
won't.
say it's wrong, bro. This is all you guys do. That's what Hasselblad teaches y'all to do. Deny, deny,
A
deny,
video
deny,
of
deny,
someone
deny,
going
all
into a
that.
cockpit and asking a pilot if the horizon looks
No,
flat.
the ones that said, I'm a military pilot of 40 years. Here's how we don't account for the curve and how the horizon's always eye level. Get in a helicopter, go straight up.
Okay.
And they tell you the math. They tell you everything else, and it's still not enough. See you
Okay.
later. Semantics. Come on
So
now.
anyway, I just showed you actually
Like I said,
detailed.
5,001 group,
So
100,000, that's not public.
so that's might be random people, but you'll believe that over an actual pilot who's telling you
I'll believe Edwin
step by
Hubble over
step.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
He's showing you the HUD and explaining every
he's not.
single
He's
thing that
manipulating
goes
the
into the
experiment.
HUD and explaining it all to you in detail.
Experiment.
That you'll just
Manipulate time.
that you'll just wave away with your hand, but you'll
Yeah,
believe
but
some
you
random
just said he went
YouTube
up,
video.
Pointed up 2 degrees, third time, or fourth time.
Yeah, and he just
You
showed you
agree
how
with that?
moving, pointing up or down, adjusting the pitch does
Well,
not
I told
affect
you
that.
It's an outright lie. My source is military pilot.
It's an outright. He showed you in the video. What do you mean it's a lie?
I asked him too.
He
He
did
does
it.
747s and says that's a lie. It's
Okay.
always level with the observer. It doesn't move separate than the observer knows the plane.
Okay.
Or it's not calibrated. He can't fly it. That's against military. The military would not let you fly with something calibrated that on.
All right.
That's fucking.
All right.
Come on now.
All right. Let's move on. Let's hear some
Okay,
more
let's move on.
Uz. Okay. Another prediction. You're on the beach, and the Earth is flat, and you have a camera, and you look out over the ocean. You're 3 feet above the sand. You're three feet above the water, so you're 3 foot observer. When you look out over the ocean, shouldn't you be looking 3 feet above the water the whole way? Because the Earth is flat, right? So you're 3 feet above the water where it starts.
Physically, so I'm standing 30 feet, or my eyes are 30 feet above the water, right?
Yeah, yes.
Right, fine. Okay. So here's how I'll explain this. Physically, measurably, Yes, top of the water does not change the elevation. Optically, the water ramps up to the middle of the screen instead of going below the horizon.
Right.
Or instead of ramping up to eye level with refraction. It goes up and continues to go up when you zoom in.
Okay.
To meet that.
Right.
The sky and ground merge.
So a good test on flat Earth would be if you
Nikon P1000, which was removed.
well, if you start at 3 feet above the water on one side and put a target on the other side, you should be lined up with that target at 3 feet above the water.
I mean, the other side could have a higher elevation, but
No, we're talking water. Water.
If you're 3 feet above the water and you do it correctly, yeah, the lasers line up. It's been done for thousands of years. The longest laser.
Lasers have been done for thousands of years.
Radio waves and everything else have done it. So I mean, anyone doing it like Barron's pointing it upwards and saying, "Oops, it's not hidden," and we've proven that, and that's why he blocked us. So
wait. What have you proved about Barron?
That he points the thing upwards and puts a what do you call it? Crosshairs on an app on his phone and points it up, and slightly inside the scope of the thing, you see the black, the surrounding the scope more towards the top. Putting the phone and saying upward, and when you put it in there, you can see that. So I mean, clearly I've done that.
So why don't you just tell me what's wrong here? So here's an auto level. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this so we can walk through it slowly. Here's an auto level, so you can see the water bubble here is level. And then when we look through it, no cuts. We look through it. We look through it, and you're way above 3 feet. That crosshair is almost at the top of that oil rig. I'll try to pause it when it looks good. I think it looks better in a second here. Let's see. All right, so it is a bit hard to see maybe for you there, but
yeah, but that's
it's the crosshairs are right here. The black line's here. The crosshairs right here. It's centering right here on the screen. You can kind of see the black line here.
Yeah, there's more black towards the top though. But anyway.
So this is literally way above 3 feet.
And you see the majority of the boat, except what would normally be obstructed by the water up close.
Well, it's an oil rig, but yeah.
Is underwater because of buoyancy. So I mean,
it's an oil rig. So why does this not match the flat Earth prediction, but matches the globe prediction?
Oh, what's the flat Earth? Your opinion of the flat Earth prediction, and what's the globe prediction?
The globe prediction is this oil rig would be lower than the position of the camera or the instrument, so it should be dropping away from you because it's a globe, and it will be lower than the crosshair. This is expected on a globe.
I mean, go back to the thing again. Like, I mean, how is it not pointed up 2 degrees or something?
No, it's level. You can actually
how do you verify it was level? Do you use the international standard of leveling or whatever?
You can actually pause. You can actually pause it where you see the bubble level right here.
Yeah, okay, let's look at that again. I got a 5-second delay or something. I'm sorry.
That's all right. There's the bubble level right there. There's the air bubble, and it's right centered in this black ring here. So that's the level, and plus it's an auto level, so there is a device inside of it that corrects for any minor errors you might have had by manually lining this up level.
Right, but I read the manual and it assumes
no, it doesn't assume a globe. It makes itself level.
It's line of sight error. So I looked it up and they assume that a straight line of sight is error. They throw in these random numbers. So I'm trying to figure out how I can't really see the bubble, to be honest with you. It's blurry, but I'm zooming in on it here.
Okay.
So I don't know. I can't say, but I don't know. That's just one example that goes. You know, we got thousands of examples.
Well, you got none example. I mean, you could feel free to bring any of those examples up. That would have been good.
Okay, I don't care. What would you like to see?
I don't know. I mean, we're here to discuss examples. Like, you can't just tell me there's thousands of examples of measurements of Earth being flat, because there's none, in my opinion. None.
I most certainly can, because you're showing what Einstein and Neil deGrasse and others and half of the globe said 5 months ago that, all right, you're right, there's no optical experiment that shows curve.
That's not what Einstein said. Einstein was talking about the motion of the Earth around the sun. No,
distortion?
No, Einstein was talking about the motion of the Earth around the sun. Nothing to do with Earth's curvature.
Okay, yes it was. He said no optical experiments show curvature.
That he didn't say that. I mean, I can bring the quote up. He didn't say that.
I can bring the quote where he did, but it's cool. I'm finding the Rumble video here.
Let's do it.
Oh, wait a minute.
We shouldn't just leave without the audience knowing who was right on that.
Audience knows this, whatever. So here's a pilot here, flying above the sun. I want to hear it.
Here. Since then, I have come to believe that the motion of the Earth cannot be detected by any optical experiment, though the Earth is revolving around the sun. That's his quote.
All right, so was I wrong or was I wrong? I
You were wrong. You were wrong.
No, you're just being Perry Mason.
No one's ever said you can't measure the Earth's curvature. Wait, what did I deny? I just showed you the quote.
Don't get off the blind eyes and do your own research. Let's see.
Okay, so let's move on.
Flat Earth plane.
Oh, you got something?
Hang on, it's fucking not on. Whoa, come on, Rumble. All right, there goes. Right back. Click the wrong one. There's the right one. Let's flip this camera here, since I have to do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. Maybe I'll open in the app. Nope. There it goes. Come on, Wi-Fi. So this is your horizon line. The sun should be above all that, and here's him flying above the sun.
The sun should be above that?
Above the clouds? Yeah, you know what a Globe said 3 weeks ago? He said the clouds go past the Allen belts sometimes and block the sun in order for the clouds to be inside, the sun to be inside the clouds.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's the sun. The sun is below those clouds, but that's only possible on a globe.
No, it's not, because the clouds don't leave the Van Allen belts. And the sun's 93 million miles away. It's flat horizon. He's showing you all the equipment. He's showing you his altitude. Oh, shit, hang on. There we go. My bad.
Did you just say the clouds don't leave the Van Allen belts?
So you think they do?
No.
You think they go that high?
No. Why would you even bring that up?
Well, you just said you agreed that the sun's in the clouds, or the clouds go by the sun, but the sun's past the Van Allen belt.
You understand.
Clarify what you said.
Oh my God. You understand how a sunset works?
Look at that.
You understand how a sunset works on a globe, right? You understand that? Like, as if you're here, like, watch my finger.
Damn. Sorry.
Right. If you're here, as the Earth turns, there becomes a point where the sun becomes low on the horizon, right?
Right, but you can see the horizon line of the clouds behind the sun.
Well, that's the clouds. It's not the horizon. That's the clouds.
But why are the clouds above the sun?
They're not. The sun is geometrically between the clouds and the ground, because you're spinning away from the sun. So the sun's getting low on the horizon. It's appearing here to you, which is low enough to be beneath the clouds, geometrically speaking, and above the surface. You're not actually telling me you think the sun is 30,000 feet in the sky, right? Because that's where it would have to be. That's like
telling you that, or am I like showing you that the clouds are above it? You're agreeing the clouds are above it. I'm not, that it's inside the clouds. Am I correct? I don't understand how it's inside the clouds. With clouds in front of it, behind it, and hotspot on top, or on the cloud beneath the clouds above it.
A lot you don't understand here, I think.
I mean, just simple observations that you can do outside. You know, like, and then you put the filter on it. You got what the clouds in front, you got the clouds behind.
Here, this picture might be the best. That's the only one I can think of finding it.
Go back over here.
So, look at this. So, if this is you on Earth and the sun is setting, because you're turning away from this, can you see this, or are you walking around?
No, I'm trying to load the YouTube without the ad showing. Going back to your thing, and there's the ad. Fine. Got the ad anyway. Skip. All right.
You watching my video?
I have to do that to see it because it's not showing on here. So I'm switching back and forth. Selenillion, so yeah.
So forget that it's a selenillion. That's a different topic.
And of course, that's the flatter.ws. That's controlled off.
I just want to use this for the
original
picture.
Research.
I'm just trying to use the picture because this is what's happening on a globe. If this person here is watching the sunset, that means the sun is so far down, it's appearing down low to him. So he can literally, oh, sorry, I'm pointing at the wrong screen again. He can literally, so the sun's here, he's looking at it this way. When it gets low enough, as this turns more, he's going to move over here. The sun's going to look even lower. So there's a point where this sun can be shining this way, underneath or through the clouds and the ground. And he's going to see it through the clouds there. It's going to look like it's in the clouds, but it's shining through the clouds.
So if they can see the moon in Africa and Australia, and I can see it out at the same time that the sun is, and we're beneath it, I'm trying to figure out how that would work if we're the cause of that eclipse, or any eclipse for that matter, since we're beneath the eclipse the entire time. And you know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't be able to see eclipse at all if we're in between certain eclipses.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, that's how it works. So basically, like, you got three balls, or three bodies, whatever. You got the sun, the moon, you got the earth.
Yep.
In between, obstructing it, right? Causing the eclipse.
Lunar eclipse?
The eclipse as an outside observer because we're part of that, the eclipse itself. So how are we seeing the three objects above us on a horizontal topographical plane?
We're not. Are you talking about the
We
selenillion?
most certainly are. During April 8th and during every eclipse and every half of the month, you can see the sun and the moon at the same time. When it gets close, that's where the new moon is. You
but
don't
that's
see
not
it.
an
Like
eclipse.
It's full moon. It's always like that.
But that's not an eclipse. When you see the sun and the moon next to
Even
each other,
during the
close to
eclipse,
each other in the
when you-
sky, that's not an eclipse.
So you don't see both the sun and the moon during an eclipse?
A solar eclipse, you would.
Okay, exactly. Well, then let's go to a solar eclipse then.
Okay.
Because that's exactly my point. You see the sun and the moon, regardless whether there's an eclipse or not, for the half of every month, the first part of the phase.
But
And the second half,
sometimes the moon takes the right path that it crosses the sun perfectly. And sometimes it doesn't. Because it's not a straight, exactly flat path it's taking.
I'm just trying to see how we're in between causing that, the moon phases if it's above us and we can see them at the same time, and how the moon phases don't change throughout the day with the sun moving faster. So, for example, you got the moon, it sits here, sometimes it slows down at like a half, the sun will go past it throughout the day, even in time lapses, and the sun never changes phases. It should be full because the sun just wham right there, it's moving. So that phase should constantly change with the movement of the sun and the moon not moving. So you can look at the moon, we're on a clock, we live on a clock, you can really track the analemma and the sun and the moon dance in a yin-yang style thing, and you can see that the moon lags around like the tortoise in the hare, the sun stops all of a sudden, and the moon catches up last minute. And that's where that comes from. So I'm trying to figure out if all that's going on and they're doing this around each other and sort of then every month, and we're beneath it, allegedly causing these phases, but we can observe it dancing above us. That doesn't make any sense. We should half of that moon cycle should be obstructed by us being in between it, at least.
Half
right?
of that moon cycle should be obstructed by us being
like we're in between causing the phases, the half, the fingernail, but yet we can see the sun, we can see the fingernail moon, we can see the sun and the half moon during the day at the same time. Or at least I can here in the Great Plains, and some people in Australia can. I don't know about the rest of the world.
So on the globe model,
in America we can.
In the globe model, what causes the moon's phases?
The Earth being in between the sun and the moon.
That's the problem.
So you deny that now.
That's why I was.
After-
That's
yeah,
why I was
that's what-
confused. No, the Earth does not cause the moon phases, except for the lunar eclipse.
Wow, that's the first one in my entire
No,
life.
it's-
I was
no.
taught that the Earth is what causes the. And for the past year, they've been drilling that into my head. We need to
No,
let go of
no,
your
sir.
note.
No, sir. You thought
Yeah.
wrong the entire
No, I'm
time.
telling you, brother. In 4K, bro. I've got it for a year of them saying that. Go ahead.
I mean, shouldn't you be able to find a reference to that somewhere, anywhere?
I mean, we'll Google it here. What? So ask it again. My brain's going.
Did all those references just get erased from the internet?
Ask it again. I'm typing it on Google right now.
No, type it in. It's never been the answer.
What was it? I had a brain fart. Sorry.
If you take a flashlight and shine it on a ball, half of it's going to be lit, right? Half of it's going to be in shadow.
Does Earth cause the moon phases? And then what will be? Come on. Yep. The shadow of the Earth. I don't know.
Doesn't, right?
I mean, that's Google. I don't care. But that's what I was taught my entire life. And, you know,
Okay,
you
but
don't
you
know, that's-
but you think everything
So
in the
go ahead,
sky.
what you think it is? I'm sorry. Repeat what you think it is. I apologize. Since it's not that.
It's just the sun shining on the moon. Half the moon is always going to be in darkness, which half we
How?
which because the sun shines on the moon. Sun shine on moon, moon half
It's-
dark.
yeah. Without Earth to make it half dark? Or
No,
Makes no
no.
sense.
If you take a flashlight and shine it on a basketball right now, will half of it be in shadow and half of it be lit?
I mean, from the if you stand in front of, no.
Oh. There's a good video on this I can show you. Yeah, it would, right?
Not
A
necessarily.
ball. What do you mean not necessarily? A ball is always half lit. If you shine a light on it,
I
always,
mean, yeah, but we're talking about the full moon face, the face of the moon, the full moon, the fact it doesn't change phases throughout the day. You're saying the Earth is not involved. Well, then that would mean it would definitely change throughout the day as the sun goes faster in front of the moon.
it doesn't.
It does. We see it every half of the
It
month.
doesn't. Oh, here we go.
Lighted half of the moon.
Here we go. Check this
I don't
out.
have screen access, guys. I'm sorry.
This is gonna blow your mind right here. Watch this.
This works.
Blowing minds tonight.
We know that the moon orbits the Earth. So in this model, I'm going to get the moon, the foam ball, to orbit the Earth, my head.
Moon, sun, Earth.
Notice that no matter where the
Watch
moon
this.
is in its orbit, half of it is always lit up by the
Go
sun.
back.
Yeah, half it's always lit.
But when the moon is in this position, I can't see any of the lighted side of the moon from Earth,
Called a new moon.
my head.
Yeah, but watch how fast the phase changes as you move.
From this
Right.
angle, you can see what I am
Well,
seeing
she's-
from Earth.
And then we look at
We
a
call
time
this
lapse of
new
how fast
moon.
the sun goes
When it's
down.
new moon, we look
just
up at the
watch it.
sky and we can't see
There
the
you go.
moon. It's there, but the side that's reflecting sunlight
Right.
is away from
Crescent.
us. Now, as I slowly make the moon orbit to my left, I can begin to see a tiny sliver of that lighted side.
Now half the ball is still lit. It's just that the portion we see is only a sliver of it because of the angles.
Yeah, but we also see the sun go in front and across that same moon and the phase not change.
No, we
throughout
don't.
the day.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. All right. That's a claim.
No, he doesn't.
We call that
Pardon
a
me?
crescent moon. As the
When does that happen? The reality you guys live in, it just boggles my mind sometimes. So you're telling me the moon's here and the sun will just go to
They're
the other
telling
side of
me
it.
that you're just clinging to a spinning wet rock in outer space. That gas doesn't exist. Can have to be pressurized at 14.7 at sea level.
Okay,
without a
but like-
container, even though the National Weather Service says it's a container, they're pressing against each other and against the container and the ground.
But
You
30
pull that up
seconds
too.
ago, you didn't agree with me that light will light half a ball. Okay? So maybe your fundamental understandings of some of these things.
I'm not saying that that's
wrong.
what happened. I didn't disagree with that. What I'm saying is we observe the sun go across it,
Maybe
the light
they
would
were-
change, right? When the light moves, that's causing that phase, then the phase change with the observer. So if we see the sun go across our face and the moon's above that or behind that or whatever, somewhere near, right here in the same sky, in my field of view, and I see every half of the month, for the last 7 years, I've been looking every day, and every night that I'm out here, I'm all day doing this. You can see that the phase never changes throughout the day. But the sun's right there. It goes across. It should. It's local. You can test the size with a thermal lens or with the goggles you wore during the eclipse. And you can tell that it moves in angular size, which it don't move, it don't change size. It most certainly slightly changes size during the thermal lens, but the size of the object doesn't dictate the size of the illumination. We got giant old flashlights in my grandpa's attic that don't even light this room to the other side, that are this big. And I got military flashlights the bulb the size of a rice grain that'll light up the whole entire skyrise. So when we think of how light works, the sun's not an omnidirectional light. It's a directional light, like an FM antenna, giving more light here towards the center than away towards the south. So, you know what I mean? We got to account that when we're talking about the sun and the moon. It's a directional light. So one side's got a further arc of a circle. The other side is a smaller. It's not an even circular light like a street lamp. A circular street lamp would be. And that's observed throughout time. So, I mean, the world that y'all live in, that we have hundreds of thousands of miles, no curvature measured here in around 2005, 1890, and in between. And we don't want to look that up, and I don't have screen access to show you the measurements. It is what it is.
There's never been one measurement.
You can see. That's just a general assumption fallacy.
It's not a general assumption. There's never been one. There's been pictures.
They never had nothing. We've been here for 1,000 years.
But you guys take pictures.
For a year, we got over half of the earth that believe it now.
Okay.
So
well, define measurement for me. Define measurement. Maybe we're off on what our definitions are.
Well, your measurements are hypothetical numbers out of nowhere.
I asked you what your measurements are. What's a measurement?
I'm outside on the top of the world's tallest hill, looking over like 450 miles, and I can see the
What's a
hill
measurement?
30 miles away at my grandma's house.
Can you define a measurement, please?
Why do I need to be any more calculated and descriptive?
You said there's tons and thousands and millions of measurements of flat Earth.
Yes, and
I don't think you're using the word measurement.
We got longest radio broadcast in the 1930s. You got the AM radio, which
not a measurement.
All the way to Vietnam in the 30s from Oklahoma City. That's the KOMA, the longest broadcast at that time.
Not a measurement.
You know, so, I mean, that's just what it is.
Those aren't measurements.
Huh?
Those aren't measurements of Earth's
Those are observations.
Curvature or flatness.
If you're defining measurements as like 2 + 2, this, that, and the third, the math is zero. Zero spin, zero gravity, zero curve.
That's I've showed you several examples of curvature today.
To be all this math involved, but there's not, because there's no curve to put math there.
We
there's
can keep going.
To calculate. So you're doing all this math for a hypothetical counterclaim that doesn't exist.
All right, let's make one. Let's make another prediction.
Because the same CGI was brought to show that if you zoom in, it makes a straight line, and the judge said, "Yeah, that's not good enough."
Okay, let's make another prediction.
You
if we go up in altitude, and the Earth is flat like a plate, it would still look curved, because a plate would still look curved from high altitude. Just not as much as
why would a plate, other than the actual plate that convexes on the side to hold the food in, why would a flat plate, like a metal plate you do stuff on, why would that be curved? Just because you went up in altitude.
Because a plate is circular. Look.
Now you just agreed with me.
Look,
so it could look curved, but it could be flat. So
where's the camera? Here's the camera. Look, here's a flat plate. Well, it's got downward turned edges, but
why people heard that?
You see the edge of the plate looks curved?
Yeah,
like even if I do this, it's going to look curved, right? It still looks curved here, right?
Because it's curved.
Because it's a curving plate. That's all I'm saying. A plate would also look curved from altitude. That's all I'm saying. You said no.
I mean, that plate's actually curving. I'm not doubting that it would.
The Earth is curved. Is flat Earth not a circle now? What shape is flat Earth?
Well, you're showing the outside edge curving and saying that the whole entire thing would look curved.
Oh my God!
Am I clear?
Here's a flat Earth mouse pad. Here's a flat Earth mouse pad. If I hold this flat, okay, this looks curved. I can't cover my eyes. Okay, that always looks curved. It's fucking mirrored, so it's hard to do. This is always curved over here. Whatever horizon you're looking at is going to look curved. Doesn't matter.
How come half the globe said it's going to look flat, but it's curved, and now you're saying it's going to? I don't.
Well, a lot of flat earthers say it should look flat, but they're wrong. It should be curved slightly, just not as much as the globe.
The globe say it's not optically visible. You're telling me I would see it flat and round. It should look curved. I don't. The argument is we don't see it curved, so that violates both claims. right there that you just made. You said that the globe said there's a curve, and you said the flat Earth, it would still look curved, but it's not observed curved. The flat Earthers don't observe it. The globers go out and they don't.
No, the flat earthers do observe it. They just lie and
Not
say it
optically,
looks flat.
not optically,
Oh,
no.
100%. Those high altitude
wrong.
balloon
There's no
videos,
optical experience.
I can prove to you right now those high altitude balloon videos you show are false.
I can prove to you the only one y'all have was that one with fisheye lens going like this and going like that.
Yeah,
Come on now.
that's your
It's not
videos.
false. It's not false. You're making a
Okay.
very wild claim.
Let's check it out.
False.
Let's check it out.
Go right ahead, brother. I debunked y'all. You know how many Globers finally admitted 5 months ago? I think it was around July that was fake. When we
What
finally
was
get
fake?
them to play more than 3 seconds and they pause it where it curves downward,
What-
the horizon, after it curved upwards,
What?
and then it leveled out.
What?
Oh, yeah, I never.
So
Go ahead.
here's some high altitude balloon
it's
footage.
Not it's not amateur. It's back to his footage. He said he was going to show
This is
it.
amateur balloon footage. This
What's all this plane equipment in front of it? Hold on, I'm looking at. Hang on, he's typing it in. I'm sorry, I got a delay here. Let me calm down.
Yeah. So here's the video. So this is Flat Earth Addict posted this. Okay. Here's another one. Flat Earth. Hiding God, this channel. That's Flat Earther. High altitude Flat Earth Addict. Yeah, again. Mirror Flat Earth. Okay. So a lot of videos. They're all 4 minutes and 30 seconds of this balloon footage.
Right, and y'all get 3 seconds of y'all's balloon footage. Go ahead.
No.
And you pause it where it's like EES. They've done it for
So
over a
my
year.
point is, if the Earth was flat, you'd be seeing a curve here anyway.
No, you wouldn't. That's false.
Why?
Well, why would you? First off,
Remember this?
you made the claim.
Remember this? A circle would still look curved from the side. It would start to look oblong.
From the ice wall, maybe, but not from the. No, we don't see far enough to see that part. So no, it would look flat. The entire part inside of that is flat.
The reason it looks curved is because
I see no curvature on that.
This
I only
edge.
see curve on the wall.
I'm not
The ice
telling.
wall of that bowl.
I'm not telling you to come to your conclusion by looking at this video. I'm telling you what should happen in reality. If you take a circle and you tilt it, it's going to look curved. Look at this edge. I'm showing you right here. This is curved. Look, see how my finger gets closer to you and then further away and then closer to you? That's the curvature you would be seeing from these balloons.
No, it would not. You're ignoring the entire inside that's flat. You're going around the edge of it, which we're not at the edge. We're in the inside. Why deflect from that?
Because this whole part you're seeing here, or over here, this whole thing would be curved. The part you're seeing here would be furthest away, and over here would start to come back towards you like a dinner plate. It would look somewhat curved.
Nope, because of how big it is. 65,000
Now you understand scale. That's funny.
Nope.
Before you didn't understand scale. Okay, so here's the point of showing you this video anyway. It cuts off at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But if you go look at the 17-minute version, which is right
to
here.
clarify, he showed the outer edge curving over that plate and tried to say that was the flat part curving that I would see. This part, we're in the middle here, not on the outside.
Yeah, okay.
I'm in the northern hemisphere. I'm by the center. So yeah, that's not true.
We're past the dinner plate discussion. So if we take that the longer version of this video that I just showed you, where they show you the part after it, the balloon pops, and then you start to see what camera they actually use, because they never tell you what camera they use. Look, check this out. Can you see that?
Yeah, I know the same camera y'all use, but it still flattens out at the center.
See how it's wobbling? See how at the bottom it's concaving?
Yeah, I mean, that's what y'all provided for a year and a half.
No, this is flat Earth footage, my friend.
No, this is what y'all provided for a year and a half. We're showing that when you get it right there
this.
at the center, it levels out. See, that is definitely, fisheye lens.
Yeah, it is. And this is from Flat Earthers' web pages.
What?
Little piggy high altitude balloon.
No, I mean,
Look,
no. I'm telling you,
See
you're
this?
ignoring the fact that it's straight right there.
What?
Of course it's a convex lens. But
Yeah.
y'all guys said it was the curve, and now you're flip-flopping and trying to make it look like we're the ones saying it's not the curve, or that we're using this.
You're
This is you guys
flattening.
using it at first.
You're flattening the curve with a fisheye lens. I
This
just
is
proved
a
it.
year ago. We go 5 years ago and say
Oh, there's
find
more?
the same wobble, and they say it's the curve of the earth.
Okay.
The same thing that everybody paused in the 3 seconds and tried to say was the curve
All
of
right.
the earth.
So if the Earth's a globe,
Yeah, so y'all deny doing that, playing 3 seconds.
if the
only
Earth's a
and
globe, the
pausing.
convexity wouldn't change when you change the angle. If the Earth is flat, it would.
Yes, it would. What?
If I
When you
look,
change the angle, the convexity first off would change, and first off, a fisheye lens is not the curve.
no fisheye lenses, regular lenses, regular eyeballs or lenses.
Regular lenses don't do that, brother.
What?
I'm
I know
old school
it shouldn't.
for
This is the
photography. We can
prediction.
look at time lapses that don't do that.
This is
But
the
you said it's
prediction.
not
I'm
true,
showing you
saying
the
how it's fake and
prediction.
You don't have evidence to show how it's.
I'm just showing you the
You're
prediction.
just making a claims.
Okay.
You've made like 20 claims.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
And you agree.
Now we'll watch an actual
So 20
rocket
burden of
launch.
proof is on you.
Here's the burden of proof. Rectilinear lens, provably. I'll fast forward to any watches here. It's pretty flat from here. Pretty flat from here. Pretty low still.
No, man, that tower is not the best, but I think it's good. Damn, of course. What's the camera from the thing?
35,000 feet.
There we go.
Goes up to 300,000 feet. Pretty high.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Burnout, but it's still climbing. 100,000 feet. Okay, it stops spinning here in a second. I'll just fast forward it. There you go. Now, we get to see some beautiful shots of the Earth. And guess what it never does at any point in where it is on the screen? Is it convexes or goes warpy? It's always...
Exactly, because there's no curve.
Wait, what?
It's not convex because there's no curve. It's a straight line.
That's a straight line?
I mean, the camera's going like this.
Wait, I just paused it. That's a straight line?
No, that's a convex camera, man. Never mind. Yeah, it's a fisheye lens.
So whatever it is, it's whatever it is other than a globe. And now that's a convex
No,
lens.
it's a fisheye lens. You're denying that's a fisheye? That's a manipulated
Oh,
photo.
no.
But you said all the footage I provided was wrong. We're not even going to look at it.
If it was a fisheye
Yeah,
lens...
definitely.
Wait, hold on. We just saw what a
In
fisheye
the
lens
black
did.
background, there's chroma. You've seen how the light glared on the screen.
Oh, now there's
first
chroma.
And then you
Now
got
there's
a chroma
chroma?
line. Yeah, you got a chroma line. Let's
Now
add
it's
over
chroma.
top of that,
I thought it was a
right?
fisheye. Is it a fisheye or is it chroma?
It's both.
It's both.
Why can't you use both? We use both in film. Come on now.
Okay, so it's they faked it with a fisheye, but the parts that aren't fisheye are chroma.
The sky, where you're close to the stars. Come on now. Is it the
Come on.
focusing
Okay,
on
I
you?
just paused it where it's low in the screen. So why isn't this warping like this? Why isn't it convexing?
Going that fast. It wasn't going the same direction.
If this is a fisheye, why isn't this convexing
It
like
wasn't
this?
going up and down as much while it was spinning.
This is spinning. This isn't going up and down.
It's spinning, but it's not like doing this with the spin. The lens, it's just straight like this. That's why it's not warping.
Wait, what?
Camera,
Yeah.
lens, spinning,
Yeah.
but not going like this, like the other one is while spinning.
Wait, what?
A wobble instead of a straight spin.
All that matters is where the
You're not
horizon is in the frame.
comprehending- you're not
You guys have some
comprehending like this
stupid
versus this.
fucking excuse for everything you see. It's so
We
hilarious.
gotta come back for everything. You
There's
just
no
got
barrel
everybody,
distortion
let's
here.
go.
There's none. No barrel
Yeah,
distortion
right there.
at all.
Right there. It's convexing.
Where?
It's convexing.
Where?
Right there. It just bent down.
Where?
Pause it where it's bent down. It's doing this, guys. Now play it again.
That was the other video. That
Go
was
back. That's doing the same thing.
that was the
Okay.
balloon. That was your
It's-
flat Earth
it's the
balloon
same
video.
thing. It's the same thing.
So tell me where the pause is to get it to show you a convex horizon. You let me know.
I hate this 5-second delay, maybe 10.
Why? Yeah, I don't know why it's so delayed. I don't know what you're
I
looking
mean,
through.
come on now. Right there. It got sharper as it went down. When it went, and then went up here.
Yeah. So
And
it's
it wasn't as sharp when it was down here.
okay. Gotcha.
Come on now. He's not zooming in. He's going up and down.
So that video matches Earth's curvature perfectly.
No, it's not.
It never
The bias
convexes.
is
It never warps. You see no barrel distortion at all. You can. Oh, what? There's no barrel distortion.
Barrel distortion?
You know what barrel distortion is,
Define
right?
barrel distortion.
What?
What's barrel distortion?
That's what a
You
fisheye
brought
lens
that up.
does. Here,
Is that okay? Just checking.
I'll show you a picture because it's so you can agree. So this,
So I can agree. Ultimatum.
or deny it, whatever.
Well, I'm just. I feel like I gotta deny.
This is
deny
what
too. I'm
you
just
see
not
this
going-
yet with the delay. This is what barrel distortion does. And you're gonna
Right.
and you're gonna recognize it. This is a fisheye lens. It takes horizontal lines, and at the bottom of the screen, it convexes them. Or concaves them, whatever you want to look at it, whatever. It's bending it, you know. It's concaving it. The top, it's convexing it. So the horizon, if that was a fisheye, when the horizon was down below center frame down here, it would be like a smiley face. And it's not. It isn't. Never will be.
Whatever, man. You're just showing the same thing. A different type of lens that doesn't convex as much, and saying that, you know what I mean? There's different types of lenses. They don't always convex at the same. You got different wide angle lenses, you know, that have different widths and spectrums. So, I mean, I don't know what your argument is.
I'm sorry. Certainly was a lot of words, or just words in general.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how, like, you know, we're measuring things on sight.
So if this wouldn't there be barrel distortion here if this was a fisheye?
Like, what do you mean? We got a convex horizon when all sides. There's no optical.
When does it convex? When does it convex?
Because it's an optical illusion.
Well, okay, so you're saying the curvature of Earth here is just caused by an optical illusion of what? There's no barrel distortion, so it's not a fisheye. What else is causing it?
Distortion, well, why is it curved?
Because Earth's a globe. Because Earth's a globe.
You don't see the curve at 500,000 feet, according to NASA. So how are you seeing it at that height?
You can't reconcile that because this isn't lens effect. It could be that the Earth is curved.
So now your voice changed. You went up to, like, anyway. So again, I'll say it again.
I went up to what?
Feet, the highest photography from NASA plane, no significant curvature. 100,000 feet, you don't see that shit. So how are you seeing it at 30,000 feet?
This is 300,000 feet.
How are you seeing it at 300,000 feet?
This
is at 200,000 feet. We don't see it. And at 500,000, we don't see it.
This is 300,000 feet.
Yeah, but I got 500,000 feet up the ante. The largest, the highest altitude photo. Their direct quote was no significant curvature.
From where? Where is this source?
NASA. The highest. Type in the highest. Oh man.
You've said this at least 5 times tonight. You have to look at it.
All right, then let's see if I can try you right here.
Take all the time you need.
All right. Let me turn the heater off. Turn the tablet. Let's kill with this thing. Highest altitude photograph where they said no curvature.
Yes, sir.
NASA. There we go. Then hit the enter.
Oh, yes.
All right. So specifically, one of the most famous types of photographs. Let's see. A notable example, the X-15. In the 50s, they went up. Let's see, 50 miles. Hang on, no, that's not it. Let's see. The one that was the highest, where they said no significant curvature. I need that for debate. But whatever, come on. I have it all saved on my phone. I have to re-look it up here.
Even if you find this, which you're not going to, why does that outweigh video footage from an amateur rocket going to 300,000
stuff we provide 200,000 feet, 100,000 feet, 500,000 feet, and you got one manipulated thing from 300,000 feet.
Well, when you realize you don't know what camera was used on any of those things you're going to reference me, maybe you should stop just accepting them blindly. Because wouldn't the camera and lens, as you admittedly,
direct quote by the people doing the experiment.
you've admittedly tonight said that a camera lens can affect what you're seeing. So why would you show me a high altitude balloon footage if you don't know what camera they're using, right? Doesn't that make sense?
Why does it matter what camera they're using if the guys that did the experiment said there's no curvature in the experiment? There's no unaided photo of that experiment.
Why does it matter what lens you're using now?
It matters if there's not a raw footage, bro. If the photo was edited, bro. And they even said there's no curvature. They had to edit the photo. So, I mean, it's that simple.
They had to edit the photo?
Yeah, ask any. Google it. Look.
Well, you're making some wild claims here, man.
Unedited photo of this experiment. I read that it was not an unedited one and that they claimed no significant curvature.
Okay. Citation needed.
Whoa, hold on. Come on, bastard. There it goes. Come on, Tom. Don't get no.
He's not going to find it.
Okay, I can look it up later. You won't look it up.
No, I want it now.
I'll say, we read that there was news.
Nobody ever provides the claims they're going to say they're going to send.
I mean, yeah,
Never
I've been
happens.
doing it for a year, but I don't have it. I don't have Skype, so I can't show my screen. So I'm going to start over here, and yeah, whatever. Okay, it's not going to give me the scroll option on chat.
What can I search to help you look? 500,000
You
feet?
can look up the highest chat GPTs or since I can't go on my phone and keep the camera going, I don't want to lose it here, but you just got to type in the highest altitude photograph, no curvature, and it tells you what all
Highest
here.
altitude photograph. Well, that's
NASA or somebody, highest altitude photograph, they said no curvature.
Well, I showed you the highest. Well, I mean, the highest altitude photograph is going to be from space.
To my knowledge, is the highest.
Where?
500,000 feet. The X-15 or something after that. Let me see. So here's 121,000 feet. I mean, come on, no fisheye.
From a plane, you're saying?
Yeah, these are high altitude planes. Let me try to type that in. See if I can find it.
So the X-15 holds the record at 354,000 feet.
Yeah, and somebody hit 500.
So that's about where this rocket went, and
they said no curvature.
They said no curvature. So NASA said no curvature, but then they came down and continued their space program.
Yeah, they started out in the ocean, like the song said, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Come on now. They started out in the ocean, and now they're trying to blast through the ocean above, and they can't. And now they're wasting 800 whatever billion tax dollars.
NASA didn't start in the ocean. That's a falsehood, by the way.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Come on now.
Songs prove...
A song's just journalism, buddy. Let's see.
Here we go. NASA Dryden X-15 photo collection.
121, 60 miles. No, man, where's the... Where's the loan?
What all these are.
30,000 feet observation, 70,000 feet observation flat. Commercial air flights on flat Earth work perfectly. We got that one. We can discuss how everybody that's had an emergency landing that knows what's going on is like, why are we going way over here? Oh, I'm going from Europe or Africa
emergency landings
to Canada because it curves with the Gleason map. So I mean, it makes sense. So here we got. We got. I hate to deflect, but we can go to flight patterns since it's not showing the location.
All right, so here's a picture, right? Here's a picture right here on my screen from the X-15 program. What height was this at? 314,000 feet. I think this is 314,000 feet. Earth's curvature right there. What now?
Oh, I'm watching. Yeah, I can say it again. Go ahead. Say it again. 300,000 feet.
314,000 X-15 NASA plane. Here's the curvature right there.
Oh, like I said, they said there's not an unedited picture of it. The people there observed no curvature, but they.
Oh, this is witness testimony.
It was testimony. ChatGPT pulled it. Well, they said there was no significant curvature, so I had to look
witness testimony. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, observer testimony. The guy doing the experiment.
The guy in the plane.
Yep, the people on the plane said that.
Pilot.
I don't remember the guys. I don't know the name. I have it on my phone. Let me see. I don't know. I might lose it for a second. I'll try to see if I can pull it up.
X-15. It was like Chuck Yeager or something. Who flew that plane? Somebody's yelling at me in the chat probably right now. Who the hell is this pilot? NASA research pilot Joe Walker. Okay. Joe Walker flew it. So you're saying Joe Walker came back and said the Earth is flat from up there?
Well, like I said, I thought it was the X-15, but I think...
get the camera. And then all that was covered up. All the pictures were doctored. That's what you want me to believe. But don't believe all these pictures and videos.
That's what ChatGPT said. There's no unedited video. That all the photos don't line up. They don't make any sense. The spacewalks make no sense. You can look at the spacewalks and see the chroma background and the blue tint on the white, showing there's a blue screen in the water. You can the bubbles. You can see the spill where they add the chroma over the background. So that's I mean it's not a claim. If you work in movies to chroma, you know how the bleed works, and it should be a white suit. Why are their suits blue tinted? Why do they use blue screens in Houston? How come we all can't comprehend that it might actually be the thing they got there in Houston? We can see that, but we can't see nothing up there. Everybody claims to see it, and
because you can see ISS
yourself.
yourself.
3 weeks ago, he said, "I see it every night." Well, how do you know what's it look like? A high altitude aircraft? Well, how do you know it's not? Because I can't hear it. The next day at noon, a low altitude 747, I filmed it. I can see it. I still can't hear it because of the atmospheric conditions from today. So, like, what's your proof other than, like, I see lights, but I can't hear it? That we see the ISS every night. Why can't y'all comprehend that?
All right, you've made a lot of claims in the last couple of seconds here. First off, do they use blue screens in the water?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just wanted to clarify that. I wasn't really sure. Right.
Blue screen has a less spill reduction or bleed. It has more spill reduction or whatever. It doesn't bleed as bad as green screen does. So it's easier to add blue over a LED background than green.
And what color generally is water?
I mean, when you're inside it, transparent. It's not really kind of
in
a blue
the pool,
tint,
NASA's
but it doesn't usually cause a green screen spill or a blue screen spill.
So when you go to chroma out the water, would you have a problem with the blue background?
You go to chroma out the blue background, you'd have a problem with the suit being blue.
You'd have a problem with the background because you wouldn't see it.
If I wear white shirts in the water, it doesn't have that much of a blue tint when I'm swimming in a white shirt.
Yes, it does.
The water's blue. No,
yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Any picture or video of the ISS model in the NASA's training facility, the water's got a blue tint to it. You know that. It's okay. You can just change your claim to green screen, and then your claim works. Just don't say blue screen anymore. Next time, say green screen. Conspiracy works. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. You've never seen a bubble coming out of an astronaut's mask in space. You might see flecks, a little flake of something.
All the mainstream news didn't say that guy on an actual spacewalk, helmet filled up with water. Nope. He about drowned, almost died, and they had to use their solution was a snorkel in the vacuum of space.
Nope.
ABC, NBC, all of them. That didn't happen?
Nope.
There's not videos of bubbles and all the astronauts and astrophysicists that avoid the question, even in these boxes?
Nope, not the way you just said it didn't happen.
Exactly the way I just said it on mainstream news. Let's see.
Oh, no.
Astronaut helmet filled with water during actual spacewalk.
Yeah, it's not the way you're saying it, though.
Why are you going to twist it? It's exactly...
Oh, no, I'm not going to twist it. You think they put out news articles that ISS astronauts in space were drowning in water? Do you think they did that?
Daily Mail, Associated Press, CBS.
Do you think this guy's great for bingo? Yeah. Do you think they would have put out news articles about that?
Why wouldn't you?
Because they just exposed that their ISS spacewalking astronauts are in a pool.
So you're continuing to deny.
No. I want you to know.
The headline.
I'm not denying it. You're twisting the headline. So I want you to logically think this through. Why would they put that news article out? Why would they have a press conference about the snorkels?
I want you to logically think they put it out. There's no why would they? They did.
Why would they? Why would they expose themselves?
They did. Who cares why? They did.
So someone
You're saying, why would
scheduled
they, as if they didn't, as if it's a hypothetical. CNN. Come on, bastard. Let's go. There it goes.
Okay.
We'll watch the ABC too.
Terry Verd's emerging into the void of space.
I don't make claims. I just don't have
you made a lot of claims tonight. Okay. What are we watching?
It's not the one. I don't the one
I think that's the one. I can pull up the news article if you want. We can actually read it because you haven't. So let me explain to you how let me explain to you a little bit how spacesuits work. Okay. The astronauts in them for hours and hours and hours. They sweat. Okay. They sweat while they're in there.
You know the ladies in the 60s that built the space.
Hold on, I was almost done.
That part.
I was almost done.
About the other parts. I was allowed to know about the other parts.
I was almost done. They also breathe, which has moisture. So there are systems inside those spacesuits that take the moisture out of the air and off the astronaut's body and recycle them. It's called the evap system. Okay. There was a leak in these systems that was leaking water back into the suit out of the system.
From what system? Sorry.
The evap system that pulls water out of the air, and you know they pee too, right? The pee's got to go somewhere. They sweat. All that water is
during a spacewalk.
Yeah. All that water is reclaimed into the back of the suit. They have an evap system back there. So are you listening to any of this?
An astronaut drowning in a spacesuit on a spacewalk.
Yeah.
200 miles above planet Earth.
216 miles above planet Earth.
Yep.
Inside of his own suit in water.
Never happened before, buddy.
Keep listening. Do they explain why?
Yeah, there's no water going into his suit.
Do
on
they?
Spacewalk, bro.
I just explained it twice to you. Did you listen to any
I'm
of that?
denying it, bro.
You're denying the spacesuit has.
Bro. Why would he need to pee in the spacesuit? He's not out there for days.
Yeah, they are. They're out there for hours and hours and hours.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're outside of the ship for days. Let's see.
Is anybody still watching this? Oh my God, there's 100 people watching this. Okay, so let's look up astronaut.
Since you made that claim that they're out long enough, they got to pee. Let's see.
They also sweat. Do you deny they sweat?
Didn't say that.
Okay. Do you deny when you breathe out moisture?
What's that have to do with water?
Because they're in an enclosed suit, so all that has to go somewhere. All that has to go somewhere.
That's fine, but I'm in an enclosed suit when I go, wear a helmet, right?
No.
Sometimes when you seal it up with the suit and you go like racing or skydiving or even the stuff they wear on a plane.
And you sweat.
What's the difference? It doesn't feel, they're way up there. The HUDs, if that's filling up and their stuff's expanding, how come the hydrogen expands the balloons up there? The helium, but it's not expanding the spacesuit.
Okay, so here's from ChatGPT. Here's from ChatGPT, since you like ChatGPT. No astronaut has drowned in space, but Italian astronaut Luca Parmitano almost did in 2013. What happened? During a spacewalk with Chris Cassidy, Parmitano felt water leaking into his helmet. The water filled his helmet, covering his eyes, nose, and mouth. He was unable to see, hear, or breathe. Parmitano remained calm, blah, 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 blah. Why did it happen? The cooling tank in Parmitano's suit ruptured. The water separator had small pieces of aluminum silicate that plugged holes. The water filters failed, allowing particles into the suit water filtration system. So why didn't you read the rest of the article?
How come you can't just admit that most likely was in the pool in Houston, and you have to just dig on this false thing that something was all this water was coming inside because he has to drink while he's floating out here all day? Like, come on, guys. There's not enough pee. There's not enough condensation from your breath in space where there is nothing for it to be. There's no heat, there's no nothing. You're in space. So how are you condensating in a container like that off your breath and sweat, filling it up to where you're drowning? That's delusion.
It's not technically filling up your whole helmet. You want to see what
That's
happened?
what happened. They had to get a snorkel. A snorkel's the solution to sweat.
Let me show you what happens
A
to...
snorkel in the vacuum of space is what the astronaut said on TV.
No, this is why. I'm going to show you
That's
exactly
what the NASA scientists said. We had to use a snorkel, and that didn't even work.
You know,
a snorkel?
Do you know what water does in space or in zero gravity? And in this, you don't have to believe in space for this to happen. You can do it on one of those parabolic planes that goes up and down.
Right.
Look,
I'll take that W.
You'll take that W?
What I just said, we're just going to move on about what the astronauts...
I'm not moving on. This is the same topic.
What's a snorkel have to do with
I'm
sweat?
showing you. I'm showing you. I haven't moved on.
Let me go back. Hang on, I'm looking up. Let me go back to your thing here, because you're not saying nothing. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. You guys like pictures and you know...
You like claims.
And crayons. They work better. This is what water does in space. See how sticky it looks? Because there's no gravity pulling it down. So surface tension takes over. It just sticks to whatever you do, whatever you put it on. Can you see this?
Surface tension is there. It's not gravity.
Can you see this? Can you see this right now?
There goes.
Can you see this right now? You're not paying attention anymore?
I'm watching it, dude. It's fake as shit, dude. You believe in that?
So this water is sticking to his head. That's how you drown.
That in a microgravity plane, brother.
Oh.
Come on now.
Come on. Come back. Come back. Come back to me. Come back to me. Hold on. Come back to me.
And they point it up. Come on now. Yeah. And then sometimes their hair is normal, like it wouldn't water. Their hair straightens out and moves.
Oh, stay on topic.
It doesn't get frumpy like hairspray does.
We gotta stay on topic, bro. Come on, stay on topic.
Stay on topic. Oh, here he goes with the keys. Yep, go ahead.
Picture this water on top of his nose and mouth, and he doesn't have hands available to wipe it away. You would drown with just that.
Yeah, but where's the water coming from, brother? That's what I'm saying. That's
do I have
not
to
a
explain
sweat.
that to you again?
It's not sweat. You said it was sweat and piss.
I said it was from the cooling systems, the evaporator systems.
No, you said the reason you said it was
yes,
the cooling
when you
system,
sweat
and you said that it was the sweat.
When you sweat and you breathe, the suit reclaims that water and processes it and stores it.
Well, then why is it connected? No, okay, come on now. It
What?
does not do that. So what other suits, like how do we, what's the equivalent when we're underwater in a suit?
Here, you can read it yourself.
Not even near the time. They're out there for like 20 hours, 8 hours. You can only get 4 hours underwater.
4 hours. I don't know what any of that means.
I'm talking about our ability to contain oxygen and how long it would last would be the same in space as it would down here. And they're going way longer than that.
So
we can't do those numbers in the water. Come on now.
So you think it's you think it's completely impossible that there's systems on the spacesuit that have water in them?
Completely impossible to fill up all the way that he almost drowns and almost dies. Yes, sir.
So the water sticking to your face couldn't do that?
That much water, no. Not what you showed. Not enough.
Really?
Oh, shoot. What happened? What happened?
Interesting. I don't know what happened. You dropped your shit.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
I clicked the wrong button. I tried to make sure I was not muted, trying to prevent the bleed. All right. Feedback.
Yes, you're right, Real Cygnus. They do also have liquid cooling systems to keep the astronauts warm. There's an inner, like spandex-like suit that has all these little tubes running through it. All these little tubes that bring water all around their body and cools them off, keeps their temperature right. So that could have leaked too. There's a lot of water inside those suits. Come on now.
Come on now. How much water? Enough to fill up the whole thing and almost drown?
No one said it filled up. I just showed you what happened. It stuck to him.
Well, I mean, they had to. How is he almost drowning?
And guess
they're
what?
Not providing enough water.
If you're inside your space helmet, and that water's sticking to your face like that, guess what would save your life? A snorkel. Because you could just bite the snorkel and then breathe through the other part of the helmet doesn't have water in it.
But you're not making it very clear how you're getting that amount of water to obstruct in the first place, just off bodily fluids, even if they are being allegedly recycled.
Yep.
It's the same. Like, come on, dude.
Oh, come on, man. Come on now. Come on now is not an answer to the question.
I'm an athletic guy. I sweat all the time, but I'm not drowning in sweat. That's a saying, but I'm not really drowning in it.
Yep.
So I've never had to snorkel myself from my own sweat when I'm under the water. You know what I mean? In a diving situation. So why would it be different in space?
What is happening? What is happening in my chat?
I don't know. I turned it off on here because it's making it slow for the video.
Mm-hmm.
So open it up and see. Somebody's asking about vertical TVs again. Vertical plumb TVs. Vertical screen TV or smooth screen TV.
Why is my comment not... Oh, this is Candy. Why is my comment not going through? He said we could call him Globy. Oh, yeah. Is somebody blocking you for calling me Globy McFace? McFuckface? That's fine. They can do that. They have special rights. Don't. Is that what's happening? I gave some flat earthers permission to call me Globy McFuckface. It's fine. Candy's one of them.
Don't worry, I didn't care.
Well, technically it was just Nikki, but I'll let Candy do it. Yeah, Candy, I already asked him about flat and level. That was the first thing we asked him about.
I know. Yep. And he said that an anonym can be a synonym. Yep.
Yep. Surprisingly, he didn't believe ChatGPT when it said flat is a synonym for smooth.
Well, I mean, because my ChatGPT said it's not a synonym and it's the wrong word. You know, if I could show my screen, I would show it. But again, it's not a source.
It's also a synonym for level. It is.
Yeah, level. And what's the synonym for a level?
It's also, and believe it or not, it can be a synonym for both because they're used in different contexts, which was the point of my whole thing.
Well, why does Google, when you search it, the Google AI says slopes aren't flat, arcs aren't flat, and what's the other one? Valleys aren't flat.
Doesn't matter if we can't agree on the definition of a word because you're being dishonest about it.
Vertical, you're trying to say that it's a different context, but the opposite is vertical, so it's not.
My wall, the surface of my wall is smooth.
Hear me out.
It's flat.
It doesn't really matter either way. It's a waste of time because I've been doing this a year. We got to stay on this for 8 hours trying to prove this. There's clear that there is definitions that say that it's a texture thing, but there's an anonym clearly that says it can't be vertical. So even if it's smooth and vertical, it's not flat.
Incorrect, sir. You're in front of all these people.
You're playing the same semantics the rest of the anti-flat
in front of all these people for the rest of time immortalized online. Are you saying right here, right now, that my wall behind me, when I rub it and rub my hand on it, that's not flat? That wall is not flat?
This wall right here
is that flat?
All carpentry. It's called vertical plumb. I build houses, and
is the surface of it flat?
Hang on, in front of all these people, like you said at the beginning, you think that this straight line right here could also be the curve of the earth.
Wait,
that horizontal lines curve over the earth. That level is the curve of the earth.
No,
Oxford or whatever dictionary.
Yeah, level's a point measurement.
You said straight lines are arcs of a circle. That's the issue.
What? I didn't say straight lines are arcs of a circle.
Yes, you did at the beginning. You said straight lines are the same thing.
No, you can heard whatever you want to hear. I just want to understand that you
the entire time we've been here.
Rub that wall behind you. Is it?
Circles are the same thing.
Rub your wall behind you. Is it flat as you rub it? Does it feel flat?
It's smooth.
Does it feel flat?
It's got minor little elevation changes. The stuff they put on but no, it's smooth.
But it's pretty flat.
It's not flat.
It's pretty flat.
Well, then that's just a lie.
Well, it's a good thing smooth is a synonym for flat then, isn't it?
It's a good thing that the anonym for flat is vertical. So it's not. We can do this all day. I can pull up Oxford and Webster dictionary on synonyms for flat.
All right, so your entire argument is that you're going to ignore context.
Horizon. Horizon is not vertical.
Perfect.
So what's equivalent to the vertical horizon? What do we call that? I mean, what's the how do we calculate a vertical level? What would be the word? Is it level if it's vertical? So this is a level vertical wall. It's not plumb. That's what you're saying?
Wow, that's amazing. So, hold on.
It is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, what's amazing is this.
These are straight lines curve.
Can you read my screen?
Just tried to convince me that if you look at a curve enough or if you zoom out on a straight line
It's hard to
far
read through
enough,
my goggles
it'll
here.
curve.
Okay,
So here
I
in this
typed in,
move out far
DJ, hold on. I typed in anonym for flat.
1,000 feet. No curvature.
Oxford Dictionary, anonym for flat. Smooth and even without marked lumps or indentations. Bam, boom, bing.
Opposite of flat.
Similar, level, horizontal, leveled. So it is similar to level, horizontal, or leveled. That means it's context that we need to look at here.
Parallel to the horizon.
Oh, context matters.
Oh yeah, context matters. It's in red right here on Google. Look.
I'm looking. You're looking at it on my screen. You're going to show me your Google. Yeah, opposite.
Opposite.
Opposite of vertical. Okay.
Vertical. No, it's the opposite of flat is vertical.
Okay. It also says opposite bumpy. So we're both right. That's my whole fucking point. We're both right.
No, I'm telling you, that's wrong. Just like saying that.
So part of this definition is wrong. Part of it's right.
Yeah, hang on. Answer me this. So
the one you're referencing, part of it's right, part of it's wrong.
How do you agree that level is a straight line, a datum line?
No. Don't change subject. Don't change subjects.
Oh no, answer the question.
Why is opposite bumpy not correct when opposite vertical is correct?
From what you said at the beginning of the live, we can rewind it. You said that the curve of the earth is level and straight lines are level, that they're the same thing. You just can't see it until you get up there. Then the straight line becomes curved. But I provided at 500,000, 100,000, 70,000, it most certainly doesn't curve or appear to be curved. So I'm like, what are we getting here? Straight lines. We got squares and circles. How are they the same thing? So we're at an arc of a circle, or we're on a flat squared plane. The square 90-degree angle measurements.
Why does it say opposite bumpy?
Because that's a false definition, just like saying that level is the curve of the earth and arc of a circle.
Okay.
And a straight line. It says it's a straight line, and other definitions say it's an arc of a circle. That's an oxymoron.
Could it be correct, but that the context of the word flat matters, or how you use it in a sentence?
No.
It couldn't. Because this definition seems to agree with this.
If the anonym is vertical, then you can't say that.
But the anonym's also bumpy. But it's also bumpy.
Well, that would be a horizontal bumpy then.
So could it possibly be that my wall is flat, as in the antonym of bumpy, but also it's vertical?
That it's smooth, and that it's only flat when it's horizontally smooth.
Okay, so here's what you don't get. When you say the wall is flat as in smooth, when you say the wall is flat as in smooth, that is completely different context, because that's talking about the surface of the thing, right?
Entirely different context.
That's a description of the surface. When you say the wall is laying flat, that means the wall fell down and is laying vertically or horizontally flat. That's a description of the direction of the object. So one's a direction and one's a description.
Horizontal levels.
They're used differently. Oh, wow.
Let's see. Parallel with the horizon.
Dude, you're not going to start looking at more definitions. We've already just done it. It's done. You're cooked.
Let's see, what else?
You're cooked, sir.
No, I'm not. Parallel with the horizon. You said at the beginning of the live, sir, that straight lines can be curved, and you zoomed out on a straight line showing.
I said it would appear curved.
And now you're denying.
No, I said it would appear straight at small scales.
So you agree that squares and circles are the same thing? Well, I don't call it an agreement.
I didn't say that.
I don't agree with that. Well, then
on small scales, a circle could look flat, but it would measure curved. But it would look flat because it's the scale that matters.
But the entire flat plane for 500,000 square miles, with only hills and valleys at the edges of it, with an entire slope of Kansas, I showed you the measurement. They showed the depiction of it being sloped, and you said it's wrong. And so moved on. And deflected. So we can do this or whatever, brother. But
yeah, we can do it. We can do it all night. All right, here's my last prediction. The Earth is flat. We look south. We should see the stars sweeping east to west. Because they
go in the same direction.
That's the edge of the
dome. South of the equator, and you turn about face to face the sun again, then they might look like they go the opposite direction. But you turn around about face.
Not opposite. I'm not talking about opposite. If the Earth is a salad bowl upside down, and you're looking south towards the edge of that salad bowl, all the stars would be going around sideways, east to west, straight across your field of vision, like I'm showing on my screen here. This is the flat Earth prediction.
So, hang on,
right, the center is Polaris. The center is the top of the salad bowl. Everything else is spinning around it. So if this is the edge of the salad
Yeah, that's
bowl,
what happens.
right? This is what should happen. This is the flat Earth prediction. But lo and behold, this is what happens.
Here we go.
This is Australia looking south.
I mean, we could ask all the Australians too.
We could. There's plenty of them around. They all agree with it.
Yeah, they know it's flat, like the longest railroad.
So again, why is there a south celestial pole that matches the globe? Doesn't match the flat Earth prediction here.
There's not. Google says there's not a celestial star to make a celestial pole down there, equivalent to Polaris. No, there's not. That's a Google search. So let's see.
Well, you'll see it right here. It's Sigma Octantis, and it's not as bright as Polaris, but it's there.
Well, some people say
and regardless if there's a star,
other people say that Sigma Octantis is not the southern part because
regardless if there's a star right in the center as bright as Polaris, there's still a center of rotation. So you can call it whatever.
The only center of rotation is the center. That's the only star that doesn't move. We can see all the stars moving over above us and all the time.
I didn't ask you to gish gallop about moving stars. You're gish galloping about moving stars.
It moves slightly towards Alaska and stuff and back over time, but it moves. But it never. There's no record. If you look at the guide stones and all the pyramids that are still here, they're aligned with Polaris and with the Orion belt. They never move. They're always in the same spot. When the Orion belt moves, it comes around, but it always lines up. I mean, come on, y'all claim it moves. It doesn't move. The globe model says that Polaris moves.
Man, you are fighting right through these keys, bro. You're getting. You're gish galloping.
A year ago with the keys. Go ahead, and I'll get my little clips afterwards. Y'all doing that?
Okay, you're gish galloping. Why is there a central rotation of stars? I don't care if there's a star right in the center that you can claim as Polaris.
Why are you showing all these purple galaxies and crap that we don't see? Olber's paradox. First off.
What?
Olber's paradox. You see the same stars. We can zigzag and map them out. You got this big bright purple part behind the stars. When you paused it, you seen the trail of the stars in a separate layer behind it. I'm trying to figure out what that is. We don't see that out here. I can go outside right now if the clouds went away and show you that we don't see that.
Why is there a central star rotation in the southern hemisphere?
There's not a central star rotation in the southern hemisphere. Where?
Yeah, right here. I'm showing you on my screen. Or I can pull up Stellarium if you want. I'll show you on Stellarium.
That's not the case. It's at the center. There's not a center point of star in the southern.
There's a center of the rotation, right? You can put your finger there and everything rotates around it. Doesn't matter if there's no star in the
It's much bigger. It's just an apparent look. It's actually in the center.
Why does this happen?
You can see all the stars go below the horizon, you know. So, like, I don't know.
Why doesn't this happen? You agreed this would happen, and then this happened. So why?
Not.
Yes, you did. You said the stars go east to west.
I said they're in the same direction. You go south of the equator about face. They're not. You're claiming that they constantly change direction.
Oh, yeah, they make a circle.
Opposite direction, it splits at the equator. You got no video showing that it does.
What?
I thought the argument was that at the equator, the stars go the opposite direction. It has nothing to do with me turning about face.
At the equator, they go vertically.
So it's not the same direction.
And they split off like this. If you get a wide...
If I'm facing north or south, let's just say south, and I continue to go over the equator and on down, you're saying they do or they don't change when I go to the southern. If I don't go about face or change my direction, does the star rotation, is it two separate rotations for the northern and southern, or well, I'm trying to figure out what the claim is here. I don't understand what you're claiming.
It's all one rotation. Depending on how you look on the sphere, they will appear to go different directions. They're all going east to west.
So where's the apparent different direction other than an about face turn?
It's an about face turn, yeah. On a flat Earth.
So you agree I'm going over the equator to the south and turning back towards the sun?
No, to the sun? No, towards the ice wall, towards Antarctica.
I'm going towards the ice wall and aiming back to face the sun towards the center.
No. You're still looking.
Then they go the other way.
You're still looking at Antarctica at the ice wall, and they go in a circle like this.
The only way you could get it to appear to go the opposite direction is if you turned about face looking back towards the center.
You're right.
Equator, which you would before.
Which is not what we're talking about.
That's the claim. What are we talking about?
If you're in the southern, this is the claim. If you're in Australia and you're looking south, that's looking towards the ice wall, right? North would be towards Polaris. Right, you got your north and south right? Okay, you're looking towards the ice wall from Australia. Those stars are still circling around a central point. They're not sweeping across east to west, straight across the horizon like they should. They're circling like they do around Polaris. That's what I'm showing you here. It's Australia.
You got other footage of that? Because I'm not understanding how the sky's so purple like that.
Who cares what color the fucking sky is? It just depends on what fucking filters they're using.
The sky was that purple. I was never mind. I don't want to get cancer.
Cares about the goddamn. All right, here.
That
Southern Star
thing
Trails.
behind all the stars, and then when you paused it and made the rings
Here's
from the
another
time
one.
lapse, or when it was paused, you still have that straight line that's not matching the time lapse rings. That's what I give a shit about.
Here's another
It should all
one.
be a uniform time lapse thing. The background or whatever that is.
Okay,
That purple.
here's another one.
That's what the stars are doing. That's how
Here's
time lapse works.
another one.
Do another one, please.
Here's another one right here.
See if we don't get the same thing where the back doesn't move with the rest of it.
Yep, they're all making a circle. See that?
Yeah, that's the same thing. The background's not going with the time lapse. The color's not changing. It's the same color.
Utah, Southern Hemisphere. Here we go.
So what's causing the orange color on the background behind all that? And then that big white part before it went blue, what was that?
I don't care. You shouldn't care either. You should be trying to figure out why the stars circle in a circle looking south.
I'm trying to figure out why everything doesn't move uniform together like a normal time lapse. So, I mean, yeah, I should care.
Here, right here.
Where's the day and night, too? Why is it just dark?
It's nighttime.
So it's not a full day and it's just the nighttime.
Of course, it's not a full day. The stars aren't out during the day.
Well, you know what I mean.
I
Not
don't
during
know
the
what
day,
you
but
mean.
it's just the entire night is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Just don't see how the...
What's funny is none of these show stars moving west to east to west across the bottom of the dome.
I don't know. That just doesn't look like the ones that we've provided, and that's been shown before. That even Globers agreed it doesn't prove anything. Like I said, there's no.
Even Globers agreed. Okay.
No.
So you're claiming now flat earthers have shown some other star trails that don't match these? Because that's not even the claim. Most flat earthers just make up some bullshit about your eyeballs seeing spheres. Like nobody denies this happens. Except for Eric Dubé. Dubé denied it happened years ago when he came out with his 200 proofs. He said the stars circle east to west.
Yeah, but you're claiming they appear to not to.
Well, he made a claim. He made this claim because he had to make this claim.
While facing
This
west,
is Dubé's
they rise
right here.
behind and set in front. So their apparent motion to left from every point south of the equator, because they all sweep over a great southern arc from their rise in the evening to their setting in the
Great
morning.
southern arc.
Facing north, the stars turn counterclockwise from right to left. Facing
So
south,
even he's showing that on his model, like this right here, as you look that way, they would be going around you in a flat circle. They wouldn't be circling around you like Polaris, right? So
while facing north, northern
So,
constellations
I'm not understanding
from
what
every
your point
point
is. We get
past. That
because look, but
the
stuff
point
they show
is
the same-
flat earthers are just liars. That's the point. They're
That's
just
not
lying.
the point. I mean, you're showing something that shows.
This is the prediction. This is the prediction. They should be going east to west, flat across the horizon. They don't do that. They make a circle. And they counter rotate compared to the north, which is fun too.
I don't know. I'm not seeing how it's a separate thing.
You're not seeing how it's a separate thing.
If it's just apparent to look like it's going below the horizon.
I'll show you here. That's how simple it is. Watch this. If you put a camera I put a camera on this ball, 2 cameras, one in the north, one in the south, one looking north, one looking south from the North Pole and the South Pole, and I just spun it. And look, these lights are those stars. They're going counterclockwise in the north, and they're going clockwise in the south.
The sky doesn't prove the ground, but anyway, go ahead.
It certainly does. No, it certainly does. But this is what we observe.
That's the ultimate lie there, that the sky has anything to do with the ground.
But everything we observe in the sky matches the prediction of a globe. Don't you find that weird?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay. Nothing you showed provided prediction of a globe. You just
I just predicted this, and I just showed you how it works on a globe, and I showed you in reality how it works. So this is why we see what we see.
How you're playing it, or how the fan has anything to do with what you showed me in the time lapse.
Oh, because
this is anywhat similar to a 24 or 12 hour or 5 hour time lapse.
I thought it was obvious, but I'll explain it. So the lights at the top are the northern stars, like Polaris and everything circling around it. So you're going to see those spin counterclockwise. And the stars on the bottom of the screen here, I just put some balls on the floor. That's the southern stars, and you're going to see them. They're going to see them spin clockwise, and they're going
like I said, third time the camera went about face and faced the ground towards the object, so it's going to look. And that's all you're doing. You're going south and you're turning around.
No, you're not turning around. You're not turning. You're not both looking in the same direction. You're both looking in opposite directions.
No.
Yeah, one's looking at my ceiling, one's looking at my floor. Those are opposite directions.
Exactly. It's like one looking at the equator from the ground and one looking at the equator from the fan. If the equator was in between the ground and the fan, yes, of course, the sun's always like towards the center. in between the center.
We're not even talking about the sun, DJ.
But still, it's stars, the sun, whatever.
No, we're not even talking about the sun.
The point is, you're saying the stars flip when you go to the southern. They don't. You're turning about face to the equator, sun, stars, or whatever. None of it's going to backwards. The stars or the sun's still going the same direction. The stars are still going the same direction. We measure the stars moving, and they even say the government, we don't measure the ground moving. So come on, how is the stars moving, and how is whatever convexity is going on in the sky proof of the ground? How is topography proof that there's an equal arc of a circle, when hills, valleys, and slopes don't prove that for 500,000 miles? It's that simple. We all just want to deflect and cherry pick little CGI. Look, another one.
You okay?
Another claim.
You okay? Do you really not see, I grit you don't care that it doesn't prove the ground, whatever. You don't get the problem here? Do you get the problem at least?
The problem is we cooked flat earth a long time ago, brother.
Okay,
We're
so
just
that's
going
a
back
no.
and forth. I'm just letting you go talk away and dangle the keys, brother. It's your show. Just know, y'all were dangling keys a year ago. So.
Do you see my little animation here? It's not mine. It's Eric Dubé's.
North of the equator.
Yeah.
You see how this little red dot is Polaris? And you see how this little red dot is Polaris and everything moves around
simultaneously.
Watch. I'll mute it. Okay. Let me show that again. So all the stars here would be circling Polaris, but if he looked south, which is to his left, towards the ice wall, all those stars wouldn't be going in a circle around Polaris or any other star. They'd be going east to west around the Earth.
Depicted that the stars stop at the equator and aren't down like that.
I don't know why he made it, because they're trying to say there's a dome of vision here, and this is as far as he can see. So they're saying this is a dome.
Right, I get that, but I still think that you just wouldn't see that. It wouldn't appear to be there. We don't see those stars anyway. So to make it look like a smaller dome of vision, I don't agree with that. He also probably co-signs 24-hour sun. I don't agree with that either.
It doesn't matter though. Look at the path of these lines.
That's not accurate.
The lines show you the path that the stars are taking. They're going straight across his vision.
Yeah, but when you're down here at like South America, for say on the left bottom of the screen, it's going to be different than, let's say, anywhere else, like towards the center. So you might get a slight difference. And of course, you're not going to see, because the horizon is going to obstruct half the stars.
It should be different. Always. You're right. It should be different. It should be different. In the north, it should look like this, only rotating the other way. And in the south, looking south, it should look like this. That's the difference.
What do you mean? I don't agree with the other part. I don't get how it would be different.
If you take a salad bowl and turn it upside down, that's your dome.
Instead of a pancake.
That's your dome.
Oh, yeah. Right.
If I spun that dome, say the stars were fixed on the dome. If I spun the dome and the stars were spinning with it, there'd only be one point of rotation, and that would be right at the top where Polaris is, because that's the center. That's where it rotates around. There'd be 0 other points of rotation where
Right,
things
but all them stars obstructed by the horizon in this animation, we can't tell where the center point is.
There's only one center point around Polaris.
Exactly, but you made a claim that the stars look like they center somewhere else.
They do. It's not a
showed
claim.
a video where the background didn't time lapse with the rest of the stars.
It's not a claim. They do. Right? So now you got to figure out how that works on a flat Earth.
We know how it works on the flat Earth. We don't see that. The stars move in the same direction. The sky doesn't prove the ground. The rainbows are higher up in the center than they are at Antarctica.
Okay.
They flatten out. It's the sun dogs at high noon can prove it's the sun reflecting in an arc shape off the dome itself. Like, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Good. You got me on that one too. I'll take an L there. Common L.
Hey, look at this, bro. Look, it looks so real because it's fake.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta admit they didn't get the car up there. He's trolling us, right? You can at least agree that one. All right. Not even that one.
No.
You think the whole car is out there?
Amateur astronomers just found a new meteor.
And Elon just found 10 more Earths.
Yeah, and like 2 weeks later, they had to retract it because it turned out it was the car. They thought it was a meteor.
Funny.
They named it and
That's
everything.
funny.
They named it and published it, and then they had to retract it.
Yeah, I wonder how they found it. Like Big Bang Theory, they were looking at zeros and ones on a computer, trying to impress that chick. If this zero turned into a one, we discovered a star, and we get to name it.
Telescopes.
Yeah, well, that's
All
not
right.
what they showed. Yeah, right. Telescopes only go 80 miles as the crow flies.
Last thing
Come
I
on,
have for
now.
you is you love this. I've seen you throw this one around. It's got a lot of views on your page too.
Oh, is it that high altitude plane thing?
Yeah.
That, what's his name? How to make it? Yeah, that was months ago. Y'all are late. Let's go. Where is it?
Yeah,
November,
so
when
I
first-
pulled that off your page. This claims that at 5,000 feet versus 33,000 feet, it would be 4 times the flight time.
And all he said was I was off by 2 numbers. He never said I was wrong. So anyway, he said it was like 7 times.
I don't know what he said. I did this myself yesterday.
Well, that was his math. I don't know.
So
He didn't disagree. He just said I was off by 2 numbers.
oh, he disagreed. You're talking about 8 inches per
We
mile
can wa-
squared.
Yeah, we can watch the video. He didn't disagree at all. He just tried to, well, when you make on here, and then these guys, but it's
Okay,
just
well,
2 numbers off.
I
We
disagree.
can watch the video.
I disagree because
Well,
if you
that's a
take
lot. Well, you're just lying at this point because we got
if
the
you-
video.
the video of what? I don't care what he
Of him,
said.
he responded, made a response.
I
video.
don't care what he said, DJ. Shut up.
Well, you just said I lied about what he said, so I'm not.
I
gonna
don't
shut up.
care
I'm
what
gonna
he
defend
said.
myself.
I did this myself.
Okay, but you just called him a liar.
We don't need
You
to
said he
talk
didn't
about
say
what
that.
he said. Who cares?
Well, I don't either, but you called him a liar, and I'm just going to say that even though he's your guy, that he said that.
Okay. So you take the radius of
He never
Earth
said I was wrong.
and you add
Fuck
5,000. I'm saying you're
Your
wrong.
claim.
5,000
Okay,
feet.
but you said he said it.
Oh,
And
fuck's
then-
sake.
God damn, dude.
Who cares?
You did for a second. Fuck.
Yeah. If you're talking
You
about
cared
eight, are you
enough to
talking about
invite me
8
anyway.
inches per
Come
mile
on now.
squared? Are you talking about 8 inches per mile squared?
Yeah, we
That
can
guy?
watch the clip, or you can just admit
Look,
that you invited
put
me.
it up.
like,
Go
y'all
ahead. Put
cared
it up.
enough that I'm here.
Put it up because he did say you were wrong. The distance. He said the difference was only like
By
7
2
miles.
Yeah,
Yeah, 7
Exactly.
miles.
but the whole argument was that didn't happen at all.
No,
By
the whole
time
argument
goes in the
was
comments.
the whole argument is you think it's 4 times further. The flight time would take 4 times longer. Do you know how much
That doesn't
time
mean-
7 miles would
I'm
take?
saying that y'all said that I was entirely wrong. That
Yes,
that
you're
didn't
entirely
happen.
wrong.
You made a video saying that 7 versus 4 miles. That's just a slight difference. So I mean, it does happen. The initial claim is that doesn't happen. There's not a larger flight time. There is.
Not by 4 times. That's ridiculous. Your scale is stupid here. That's the point. If you actually do the math, which I did right here on the screen, the difference is 0.13%. Not 400, 0.13. That's nothing. That's a half a minute. So if the flight time takes a half a minute longer at 33,000 feet than it does at 5,000 feet. The point is, your meme is meaningless.
A half a minute? I don't believe that. Just a half a minute.
It's right on the screen.
We're going 30,000 feet out.
It's right on the screen.
So if we go 30,000 feet as the crow flies versus 1,000 feet as the crow flies, is it not a longer distance?
It's longer. It's longer by...
Okay, so now if I go straight up with a rocket and do the same thing, is it longer? If I arc a rocket underneath and land it somewhere...
It's longer, but you didn't quantify it. You just said it's longer, therefore it must be crazy amounts longer. But if you put the numbers to it, you'll see it's not much longer.
I get that, but the claim was that it's not longer altogether.
No, that's not the claim.
To begin with. I didn't really
it's not the claim.
For the numbers because I didn't give a shit.
Nobody made... No. Hold on. You started with this claim. Nobody else. You started with this claim.
No, I posted the meme in response to a year-long claim that doesn't happen.
What?
By most of the globe.
I've never seen anybody claim a flight time wouldn't take longer at higher altitudes. Never, ever, never, ever.
What do you mean?
That's nonsense.
Y'all deny everything I say, even when I say something that you agree with. They deny it for a year. Oh wait, right, that would happen on a globe. I'm sorry, I'm just ready to deny, like you've done the entire life, dude. Yeah, they did. They denied that. They denied the other thing. They said that. I don't know. They say stuff. They said the clouds go out past the Van Allen belts and get to block the sun, and that's how we get the photos.
No one said the clouds go higher than the Van Allen belts. Who are you talking to?
You're just saying things are not true. That I'm making things up. And that's what I'm getting at. You're doing the same thing they do.
Who are you talking to? You should stop talking to these people. I don't know who you're talking to. Something tells me you're hearing things that aren't being said.
Stingray. The same people you talk to.
I have a hunch that you're hearing things that people aren't saying.
I have a hunch I've been doing this longer than you, and I've been alive with them dangling keys at me longer than you.
You've been doing this on live.
You solidified everything I said.
Have you been doing this longer than 4 years on lives?
Yeah, I have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got banned before COVID. Yeah.
Okay. And you showed up here with zero evidence?
No, I provided all evidence. You said wrong, and provided Photoshop as your.
What did you provide? What did you provide?
CGI, the 500,000 square miles, the 45 line of sight.
You didn't provide any of it.
Line of sight measurement, the NASA documents.
I had to look up your claims.
The CIA.
You didn't provide anything. Still waiting for your NASA video where they admitted there was no fucking curvature.
Oh yeah, ChatGPT told me that's
never
what they
happen.
said. So you can do it. Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Look up.
This was fun.
Government documents, flat Earth.
Yep, clouds higher than the Van Allen belts.
Yep, that's your guys' claim.
Okay.
I'll find that clip later. I don't want to look for it now. Who cares?
Okay, so you're going to take down this meme because it's wrong?
A lot of Globers went in there and said that that's not true and then wondered why he said that. So anyway.
So are you going to correct this meme? Are you going to correct it to 0.13%? Or point,
I don't give a shit. The claim was that doesn't happen by multiple Globers. You can deny it all you want, but here's the Federal Aviation assumes a flat Earth. Who else? The Federal Government Map Association here in America. Let's see. We got Flight Engineering, Aircraft Dynamics.
We're doing this.
We got the military. We got the Navy here.
Can you define an assumption?
Department of Defense.
Can you define an assumption for me?
Natural defense. Here's more proof.
All right, I'll give you one chance. It's late. I got to go. Define an assumption.
An assumption?
Yep.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm a lawyer. So, yeah, an assumption could be correct or it could be wrong. It could be the right assumption or it could be the wrong assumption. So it's simply just somebody assuming something is fact. Whether they proved it right or wrong doesn't mean that it's wrong just because it was an assumption.
Assuming something is
fact. Any judge or lawyer will know that.
Assuming something is fact. Mm-hmm.
So it's fact? Okay, well, why do they assume it's flat? There you go. All branches. Look, here's the Research Laboratory, U.S. Army. Electromagnetic field over a flat Earth. We can pull that document. NASA, Georgia Institute of Technology, acknowledged that a flat, non-rectangular Earth is common model used. Let's see. Who else?
So an assumption in a paper is proof to you.
Science thesis paper published by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Department of Aeronautics.
All right. Let me ask you a question about those. Why didn't they just put the flat Earth math into the equations they use? Why'd they call out an assumption?
Because what's the math? all the curve math and stuff. Think about that. Now,
Yeah.
what's the math for no curve, no spin, no gravity?
Yeah.
0, right? Exactly. That's what it is.
0.
Zero.
The
There's
math
no
isn't
curve,
0.
no spin. That's 0. The
Yeah, so
majority
why'd
is
they
0.
assume it out of the curvature formulas? Why didn't they just use flat Earth math?
Let's see. The research paper states the target will be identified per strike when the UAV is within 1,200 feet of the target. The UAV must travel over the flat Earth.
Okay.
An elevation between 500 and 1,000 feet to locate the target.
Or
here's the General Atomics
watch this.
MQ-1 Predator UAV, since I provided nothing because I can't show my screen. Let's see. They depicted diagrams a range of 770 miles with the assumption of a flat Earth.
Oh,
in
wow.
the diagrams
Look
on
at
the
this. First one
research
I
paper.
found it right. I found the first one. I just Googled non-linear aircraft model. Came right up, NASA. Non-linear aerodynamic model for aircraft. Guess what? They don't assume a flat Earth here. So why would they do this? Why would they do this?
Let's see. Here's MIT.
Why would they do this and do that what you did?
MIT, NASA Langley Research Center.
The only explanation for what I just showed you
NASA
is that you're showing me an
1972
assumption.
For radar.
You're showing me an assumption, and I'm showing you one where they're not making assumptions.
Here's the FFA. Oh, they took it down. Let's go back.
Right?
They took down.
So
they took down the FFA.
I'm sorry. Why do they have a nonlinear aircraft model paper, DJ?
Because, you can make a straw man lie and publish it after the fact. Because, AP said that the polio vaccine in Africa.
That one's a lie. That one's a lie.
And then 10 years later, they said it didn't.
That one's a lie. Yours is right. Yours is right, even though it says assumption.
The same news source said that, bro. They said it caused it in Africa. 10 years later, they said it was a lie.
You're going to pretend the assumption is a reality in your paper and
it's
ignore the other
position,
paper.
Brother. Let's see,
Why are you ignoring one and misrepresenting one to come to your conclusion? Why are you doing that?
That's what y'all have done for a year. I'm not doing that. Look.
Yes, you are.
Show you.
You're ignoring what an assumption means, and then you're ignoring that they also.
Bro, I'm telling you, for 500,000 miles, no arc of a circle. It doesn't drop every 3 miles.
Okay,
within that
but you
point.
can't prove you've measured that. Nobody's measured that. So enough with that.
Unless
you're going to bring measurements with you.
Brother.
You can't claim it's flat unless you bring measurements.
To end this, bro, because you seem pretty tired and you keep just saying, here's the Weather Service, right? You believe NOAA, right? The National Aeronautic and Atmospheric Administration.
You can't use that as a reference. You can't use that as a reference for anything.
So you don't even trust them. So yeah, this is how this
doesn't matter what I think. You can't use them as a reference because they believe the Earth's a globe.
They move, in random directions despite their tiny size. They distract the surface.
Yes, I've seen Fred show this. What's your point?
And then they extract the container. And they say container 5 times in here. Each molecule is too small to fill and only exerts a tiny bit of force. However, when we sum the total forces from the large number of molecules that strike a surface, each molecule, that's how we observe pressure.
Do you know what pressure is?
Pressure is observed without pressing upon a solid surface.
Do you know how you calculate
pressure?
It's a
violation of Boyle's law, Charles' law, and the gas law.
Okay. Do you know how you
So
calculate
it can be
pressure?
Increased or decreased in one of 2 ways. First, by simply adding molecules to a container. First time will increase the pressure because a larger number of molecules will increase the number of collisions. With the second time, container's boundary. This is observed as an increase in.
Okay. Now Google atmospheric pressure and read it to us.
This is it right here. Look, the atmosphere.
No, Google atmospheric pressure.
Right
ChatGPT atmospheric pressure and read it to us.
That's the ChatGPT is a source now. I'm on the Weather Service, buddy, the .gov. I don't need to go.
You've been using ChatGPT all night, but you won't do it?
Not for this, because I'm on the actual source. You told me
it's
to go
explaining
to
you gas pressure. It's what it's
now
explaining to you.
This is air pressure. This is the air we breathe, the weight of 3 cars on our back.
Not atmospheric pressure. So listen.
No, that's exactly what it is.
What
right
is
here,
pressure? What is the formula for pressure? How do you calculate it?
Calculate it. What is pressure? First off, do you believe it's the force against the container like a propane tank?
Force over.
Hank
It's
Hill
force
would be
over
mad
area.
right now that you don't think
Bro,
that
don't
we're
bring
in a
up
pressurized container at 14.7 psi.
Compartmentalize your thoughts, please. Compartmentalize your thoughts. It's force over area, right? Pounds per square inch, for example.
So what's the container on?
Hold on, we're getting there. What's force over area, right?
Can I just cut you off and go gravity for you? Because that's not a container. That's not a solid
It's a
object.
force.
It's not a container. Now.
Oh, guess what
like
the F is in the equation? It's a force.
It's the increased number of collision. The number of collisions increase the pressure of forces upon the tire. Pressure in the tire expands.
Have you ever seen?
The container?
Have you ever seen sound waves manipulate water or gas?
Yes.
Huh. Okay.
Cymatics.
So if you put water in a jar and then shoot sound waves at them, you could, or gases in a jar and shoot sound waves at them, you can increase the pressure in that container, right?
With the sound waves, can
Yeah.
you increase the pressure?
Yeah.
If it's giving heat, why not? Or putting more molecules in the container somehow.
But the sound waves aren't a container. So how is it doing that? How are you creating more pressure without a container?
Thermodynamics.
How are you creating?
Because the sound waves aren't solid. Just like when you leave your body and have an out-of-body experience, and you go through, that's all that's getting through. Yeah.
Do you mean
like energy gets through closed system thermodynamics, and terrariums, solid objects don't, like a rocket.
Thank you for admitting you don't need a container to have pressure.
I said you do need a container to have pressure.
You just said sound waves would increase the pressure.
No, would sound waves increase the pressure inside a container? I don't think they would.
The point is you need a force. You don't need a container. You need a force. That's why the equation isn't container over A. It's force over A. It's F over A. You just need a force. Gravity is that force. You can substitute container for whatever force you'd like. The end. All right. Had enough. I think the audience has had enough, although they're still here watching. I don't know why.
I don't either. I don't either, but just to clarify, you can do this yourself outside, that the ground is or the atmos is charged from the surface, 100 volts per meter. And then you go up and you get 1200 volts at 12 meters, you can get
how much amps?
Transformers, whatever else you need, and you can power a whole RV.
How many amps can you get out of that? That's weird.
So to get amps, you would need to store the power with converters and inverters, transformers, things like that. You can get tons of amps. You can get enough amps to power an RV.
That's not how that works.
We got a guy doing that right now. I'm about to do it. No, I have a live when I get it set up. I got an RV and I got copper and electrode.
It's not how that works.
And, stuff coming in.
That's not how that works. You would need to increase.
Exactly
you would need to increase the collector size. You need to.
Earth battery patents.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna explain.
You're tired, bro. We can stop, bro. I mean, I'll go until the morning, bro. I really will. I'm telling you now.
I believe it. I believe it.
I mean, I don't stop. I need 3 hours. That's about it. I do this all day, so I mean, it doesn't matter, brother.
No,
there's some Earth battery patents.
My nut-uhs are
This
full.
is 1800s.
I'm good. My nut-uhs are full. Full of nut-uhs. And it's 12:30 here, so I gotta get up for work.
Oh shit! Yeah, y'all still do that. Hey, just to let y'all know, if you're still in a country with a Social Security number, your employer's not paying you, your trust is, and you can get that money without a job and do what I do all day by bypassing the bank or the middleman or a job. Well, maybe you like your job. I like some of the work I do carpentry-wise because of the people I meet. I still do a lot of that when I don't do this. But yeah, just thought I would let people know that is real, and I've done it myself. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Congrats on bypassing the system. That sounds wonderful. I would like to sit around and do nothing all day too. Sounds good. But
a lot of it's working on family patterns and things like that because of that weird shit. Everybody fights each other, you know. But
yeah, I don't think I could afford to house my children and all that if I was doing that though. You know what I mean?
Well, if I went back to work and I wasn't doing this, I couldn't afford any of the stuff I have. If it wasn't for this, so I don't know. But I appreciate it. I really do, and I don't want to keep you going because.
Look, it's great. It's been fun. Thanks for showing up. I wasn't sure it was going to happen after we were delayed so long. So.
Yeah, I didn't know you had your own thing going. I just assumed it was still on his channel, so somebody made a thing and I posted it. So I apologize for that too. I didn't realize what y'all meant by that. I just assumed that's what it was, and people thought that too.
No.
So I mean, I'm down. I didn't know. I don't care where it is. I'm just down to talk.
All right, absolutely. Well, welcome back anytime. It's been wonderful. Have a good night, and I don't know, maybe I'll see you around on TikTok or whatever.
Yeah, I'll be around, and I appreciate it, and yeah.
All right. Any final words on the Earth, or you want to?
Just the final thing I meant to say at the beginning. fuck everything I just said. The thing you need to take home with you, anyone listening, is the government's lie. They always have and they always will. And that's one of the hardest things to swallow throughout this journey for all of us, including myself, is why would they lie? I still don't quite have all the answers to that. But the main one I would have to say is they always have lied. And in order to get people to work all day, to buy into this reality, to be a nation of workers, you got to create an engineered reality away from God and everything else or whatever, and that's what the globe does. So we realize it's flat. We realize everything else is a lie. It's the slippery slope, and then boom, we're on this avalanche, and we're going down the rabbit hole, the rabbit through the thing or whatever, Alice in Wonderland. So that's it. You know what I mean? Just, you can go outside and do your own observations from a hill. I live at the world's tallest hill. It's going to be my next observation. And then I'm going to the highest point in Arkansas and Oklahoma. After that, I'm going to just increase in elevation with spots and do my own observations after this. The camera's taking forever to come in the mail. I don't know what happened, but yeah.
All right. A lot of final words. So look, we can agree that the government lies. The government obviously is going to lie about a lot of shit. You also don't need the government to prove the earth.
I lied, just to clarify. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've lied. So yeah,
everyone's lied.
Of course.
Everyone's had a mother. Their mother lied to them. Everyone gets lied to. Everyone lies. But you don't need the government to prove the Earth's shape.
Nope.
I don't
you
think.
Just got to go outside.
I don't think I mentioned the government once tonight.
Yeah, no papers. Yep.
But all right, thanks for shopping by. Have a good one, man. Whoa. Wowza. That was... Whew. I don't even know what to do after that. All right, that was painful. Sorry, guys. I'm stunned. I feel like I just jumped into a tornado. But quite frankly, I'm surprised it went as well as that, because he can go off on some real tangents. In my experience. But I hope it was at least entertaining for you. This is the kind of stuff we deal with on TikTok. Now let's be honest. I'm gonna throw a poll up here. Let's see. I'm gonna go with has any flat earther I can't even spell. I'm trying to say it nicely, but has any flat earther on YouTube been that ignorant? Have you ever experienced that level of ignorance on YouTube? Maybe you have. That's good. I don't know if that's good, actually. But I'm curious if that's a unique thing to TikTok or those because I feel like it is, because TikTok's just so dumb. It's so like easy to use, and just you don't need any brain cells to start doing things and posting things. It's very easy and obviously very quick. It's all 30-second, 60-second shit. So it appeals to the ADHD type. That was pretty special. So where are we going? Spurs Chemo. Well, yes, we're familiar with Spurs Chemo. He's known as Gas Pressure on TikTok. He's still around, and he's still saying the same things over and over again. But his thing, he doesn't display as much ignorance as that. His thing is to say he doesn't make claims and then make claims, but then when you ask him about his claims, he says, well, we can't prove that because I don't make claims and we've never done the test. So he just perpetuates this I can't ever give an answer for anything because we don't know anything vibe. That's Gas Pressure's thing. Brisky, you're starting the live? Man, it's 12:30, man. I don't know if I can get on TikTok right now. Anyway, let's see if I missed any. I only got one super chat since that started. Winnie with 50 Polish dollars, whatever those are called. Well-deserved support for your patience. I have no clue where you get it from, but kudos. Thank you. I don't know where I get it from either. Ask my kids. I have no patience. Maybe I use it all on flirfs. But yeah, he was like I said, you got to really compartmentalize. Like, you got to remind yourself that this is for entertainment. It really is. You hope somebody like scrolling by on the fence might hear it and change their mind, right? But at the end of the day, it's mostly just for the audience's pleasure. So you got to remember that, because I get frustrated. I couldn't get mad at him today. I yelled once or twice, but he's not somebody I can. At the end of the day, he's harmless. He's harmless. You got people that really like get under my skin, like Nathan Thompson, and Angels of Light. You might have seen them scroll by here once or twice on YouTube. But Nathan Thompson you have. I don't know about Angels of Light, but they're just like, they're such fucking condescending, pompous assholes that, like, they deserve the shit they get. DJ's, yeah, he's harmless. Who needs to agree it's me? What am I doing here? What is this about? Oh, God. What do you need a pin for? All right, never mind. I don't know what's happening. Polish dollars. I'm just going with it. I don't know. What are they called? I gotta look it up. PLNs? PLN? Polish. Oh, now you're gonna make me say that word? What the hell is that word? Zolty? Zloty? Zloty? How do you say that? Come on. How do you say that word? ZLOTY? Zolde? Zlade? Zlode? Oh, fuck, I'm mangling that. Anyway, it's appreciated. So let's see what we got here. Oh, 58%. So yes. All right. I'm proven wrong. Just as stupid people here on YouTube. Zloty. Zloty? All right, the interweb says it's a Z, so ZLOTY. All right, thank you. I'm just going to call it dollars. Polish dollars. All right, well, look. Zlo. Now we're having freaking lessons in how to say words. Zlauty. Okay, I can go with that. Zlauty. Has Fred been banned from the Flurf Lives? Listen to him lose his shit the other day with Slayer. Yeah, there's two factions forming on TikTok, which is why I asked him if he was on Fred's side earlier in the debate, if you heard that. He is on the Fred side of the argument. And really the whole thing started from his flat level. And then the Flurfs started arguing with each other, and then they can't stop. They can't stop. They've literally formed factions to argue about whether flat is level. And now the other factions hate each other. It's fascinating to watch. But But yes, Fred causes a lot of his own problems because he's a narcissist to the fucking nth degree, which you'll see in my top left video I'm making of him. Anybody on YouTube want a sneak peek? Where did I download that video? Let's see. Hold on, do I have it? Ah, right here. Check this out. Why am I so... Oh, because I forgot to shrink myself. All right, check this out. This is a Fred live.
Requesting a feed from your helmet.
At context, Fred is... Oh, you can see his name. He's the one presenting this video.
Requesting a feed from your helmet cam, over. They want you to look over towards the dark side of the Earth. Should be cresting the horizon about 15 degrees east of the starboard PV rays. Sat 1, rotate your view a little. There it is. We're getting your feed, Sat 1. Come in, Houston. Are you getting this? Copy that, ISS. Video feed from Sat 1 is clear. Sat 1, keep tracking the bogey. We're looking into it. Stand by. Houston, we're not scheduled for any satellite launches today, are we?
Anybody recognize it?
Oh, that's it.
Is that official?
They said, oh, this is a repost, but it said asteroiding hitting the space station.
And one of my favorite clips. Fred playing a fucking clip from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 and playing it off as ISS footage for all to see. I love Fred. He's so good. God, he's so top left. I wish he had a chance to win. Nobody can beat Flatzoid on his own app. But Fred deserves it, man. He really does. Flat is level. I have so much good Fred stuff. Albums. I think I have a whole Fred album at the moment. Oh, the problem is all these clips are like 30 minutes long. I gotta like scour through them all. It's such a pain in the ass. Anyway, wow. Okay, so the poll's done. I lost that. Dave Kreitcher, gifting. Thanks for the gifts, the gifting memberships. 10 membership gifts. Awesome. Appreciate that. All right. So look, I think I'm going to do Mondays. It seems to be a pretty clear night for other competition. I don't want to like step on people's toes or stuff and do dual programming, but I think we're going to do a Monday night live going forward and a supplemental one during the week at some other point. But the Monday will be like the constant one. So I'm going to try to set something up every Monday. And, you know, hopefully we get some better flurfs. Although, I mean, those were fun. I like those. I like those kind of flurfs. They're fun. Yes, Winnie, I just said it. You were reading my mind. Blitz debating Fred. Yeah, so Freddie jumped in the box with PhD in mathematical physics, Blitz. And that didn't go well. It just didn't go well. He just started insulting Blitz. His looks, calling him girly, and his chin and his beard. He's just making fun of him. He wouldn't answer any questions. Yeah, but Fred's weird because he won't debate me. I mean, the debate would be a shit show. He just screams. But, I mean, that's fun, right? I would do it. But he won't do it. He won't do it. But he'll go in the live with a PhD in mathematical physics and like try to debate him. I don't get it. I don't get it. He refuses to come debate me. But yeah, I am trying to find other flirts. I've reached out to some of them on TikTok to see if they're interested in any debates. No biters yet. So you would think maybe they'd see New Blood and be like, oh, New Blood. but no takers yet. We'll see. Anyway, thanks, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for the gifts. Thanks for the memberships. Looks like I got some people to add to my background, which I have been adding the where is it? 25 members. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Where's these 25 members? Where's my background? There it is. So I got some names to add to this for the background going forward. So I appreciate that. And I will see you guys probably later this week. If not, definitely next Monday. All right. What's so funny, Brisky? I thought you were leaving already. Do some CAD constructions on Flat Earth Nonsense. I mean, I got some CAD models. I pulled one out today, just of 2 concentric circles, because that always breaks their mind when you show them 2 concentric circles that look flat when you're zoomed in. They can't do it. They can't do it. Been working on. Shit, I just said goodbye. Now I'm talking again. I'm working on learning Blender, so I got some Blender models. That one really throws them for a loop, because you can do like I modeled the sun in Antarctica, right, and then put the cameras in various places on the Earth to show how the sun 100% matches the globe every time, right? Just does. Something I was working on. There's the globe. So there's the sun out there, the globe, and then like you just, let's take a look at Antarctica. Okay. Wow. What do you know? It matches what they saw during the final experiment. So weird. Let's change the camera to Chile. What do you know? It matches what they saw. It rises in the southeast, goes up and over and sets in the southwest. All the while, the sun is actually north of you on Flirth. Let me go to the North Pole. See, it's under the horizon. Can't see it. 24-hour darkness. So yeah, I've been fucking around with these. Basic flat Earth. Here's the flat Earth. This one I put a TFE sun in it. Here, down here. This is what has to be happening in flat Earth reality, right? They're here, and the sun has to be circling them, but the sun still really just goes over there. Just appears to be behind them now. And then you put the dome on. This magnifying dome. I haven't really played around with this one too much, but yeah. They really need visuals. Let me turn this dome off. They need visuals. They're very visual people. So they just like to talk nonsense, right? But if you show them the visual, it looks how stupid it is. The sun's over here, but it's really behind you. Anyway. Thanks, guys. I'm going to wrap it up and go to bed. Appreciate it. Till we meet again.
Sailing off the world's edge in the breeze. No gravity, no satellite seas. Just believe in your fantasies. while we orbit the truth in plain sight. So stubborn, so wrong, it's quite a plight. You believe you can shine.